Oh boy, we could not be more excited to inaugurate the first ever DM-ogorgon finale.
We're gonna murder everybody.
Oh yeah, it's real good. But this is the thing. It's like they say, "Oh, I don't want to be murdered." Oh, no. Not me, right?
Right.
But
ratings.
Yeah, ratings is big. But also, look, every person who dies will only increase the comfort for those who remain on the couch.
Okay. The room will get cooler.
So that confirms it. If you do die in the game, you die in real life.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
I don't play a lot of D&D.
No, you'll be fine. We'll just kick you out, and the room will get cooler.
That's right.
Oh.
Just from that heat.
Oh, that's not. There's no tension there.
All right. Well, hey, you want to go get him?
You will.
You want to go get him. It's not how you start a D&D game.
This is roll initiative. Let's go.
This is a double DM rules.
That's right.
double DM rules.
That's right.
All right. We're double DM daring them
That's right.
to survive.
Jeez.
By DM Daddy.
All right. So, Evelyn, Paulton, Walnut, and Dinar. You are standing outside of the drawn-in courtier.
The moistened, drawn-in courtier.
The vessel that was once Vadir is lying dead in front, surrounded by you. The coach that you, Paulton, and you, Evelyn, are sitting on begins to discorporate and turn to mist, and you just sort of, both of you, fall through it and hit the ground.
Except for I don't, because I fluttered.
Well, you probably don't even have time to activate your boots before you land on your buttocks.
Fine.
With a clank.
Nice.
And then Dinar and Walnut, you see...
Walton.
I almost called Walton. Shipping a little early.
It's the ship you've all been waiting for. Hard pass.
Who's the bigger douche?
You guys see all of the townsfolk of Red Larch just start melting away like candles in a blowtorch.
Nasty.
Yes.
Do we have any insight as to whether we think this is like they were projections or like actually all the townspeople are dying?
Unclear, because as they melt away, it's like the scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark where you see like the blood run down and their eyes.
Oh, we're just starting right
bug
into
out.
this, are we?
Yeah,
Okay.
totally.
Nice.
And as they just sort of melt into piles of fleshy slag on the ground.
Listen, I have a line, you know. Fleshy slag. We
slag
agreed, no
is not on
fleshy
that
slag.
You see a woman come out of the mist, and she, unlike the rest of you who have sort of had all the color washed away from you, is brightly dressed. And she makes her way over to the dead man on the ground.
Who are you?
And she says, Isa. And she kneels down beside the man and just sort of touches her hand to his dead heart and says, "This was not our time, my love, but our time will come around again. I have foreseen it." At this point, Van Richten, who's still got his sword out of his cane, is circling around behind her. And she just holds up a hand, finger up, and says, "Now's not the time, Rudolph."
First name. Oh, wow. I don't want to provoke
What do any of you do?
I'm standing there. I don't want to provoke her because she's clearly with this guy that just caused us a lot of problems. So I'm just waiting to see what she does.
I'll approach her and be like, "I just want you to know, it was all these two. I tried to help so bad. I believe in love."
You're a good man, Paulton.
Thank you.
I don't know. Dinar's high on the thrill of victory, having killed the boss
In one stroke.
Yeah, and made
And
the
having
other
driven away
and
his
made
iconic henchman.
go away. Might double down. To be like, oh, you're his friend too? All right. Next in line.
You know this motherfucker?
Yeah. Oh, all right. I'm 2 for 2. I'm ready to go 3 for 3.
So Walnut, having returned back to herself, out of her true form, we'll say, on the off chance, do you know how we get out of here?
I can take you from here.
To,
I have a cart.
to where?
Out of here.
I look at Janor.
And I am like sword ready.
This is not the place you want to be right now.
I agree with that. And
She stands up and says, come with me if you want to live.
I look at Evelyn. She hasn't really said anything.
Evelyn's visibly shook. She just, came back from the domain of dread. And doesn't really know why she went there or how she came back.
Alton's just consoling. Just all the support.
She's kind of trying, obviously something is still going on around her, so she's trying not to be the center of attention, but she's like, what happened?
You were gone, and he brought you back.
Why?
Because I told him to. I asked him to.
You just asked him real nice and you just brought me back?
TLDR, yeah.
Well, thanks.
Yeah. Don't mention it. I'm glad you're back.
Could you ask him never ever to do that again?
I look at the body. I'm like, probably not now.
Okay. She's just kind of figuring out what's happening.
Oh. And Wally goes, do y'all want to get out of here? All right. We'll go with you.
All right. Then you hop in her rundown little cart, and she bears you through the mist. Eventually it parts, forming this corridor lined with trees that take you to the edge of a bluff upon which you see a great starscape.
It's beautiful.
Pretty, yeah.
And she says, your friends are waiting for you in Nightstone.
Nightstone.
They're all okay? They didn't horrifically die by something I caused or anything like that?
Not this time, Evelyn, no.
What did you do?
I don't know.
What?
But it's all my fault, I'm pretty sure.
Well, what you?
You were all dead. You were all dead. And then
Yeah, we've all died several times. That's just part of this storyline. It's fine.
All right, your cart is reared up, and you are all unceremoniously ejected from it.
Almost just like when you try to get the last shrapnel of a Pringles can out. Just twisted, dumped. Spatial
Yes.
references have no connotation in this place.
And as you are flung up toward the stars, you can see racing across it distant caravans, spanning the sky, draping it in a great starry cloak. And then you find yourself hurling down into darkness through stars.
nope.
Cool.
You see your friends hurling down into darkness through stars.
Just falling. Oh, hey guys.
Evelyn's just clinging to Paulton and grabbing at whoever else is nearby.
Was it day or night in Nightstone?
Right now, it is mid-afternoon.
Oh, delightful.
Oh, such a nice.
I hate this.
Everybody but Evelyn, you fall through the night, and suddenly it gives way to day, and you hurtle down upon the earth like meteorites.
But Evelyn?
Well, you said you were not falling.
I did? No, I didn't. I said I was clinging on to Paulton.
Okay. All right, then you go too.
Well, I mean...
Yeah, no, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Good call. Yeah.
I'm falling.
Well, do we have the option to just not fall? Can we just be I don't?
There seems to be a universal force pulling you down into this void.
Cool. Sick.
Well, if they're falling, I'm falling. I'm not
Yeah,
going to just
things
like
are bad.
fall by myself.
You're not alone. Ben Richten is falling with you.
Wow.
Is it so?
This has happened to me before.
Strix just hopes she passes out at this point.
Checks his pocket watch.
Yes, exactly.
Paul's just like taking like just coins or anything he can find on his person, just like trying to like throw and hit them as they're falling.
Landing in 6, 5, 4, 3. Click.
Is it a gentle landing or is it like a meteorite landing where it's like thud?
The other party is in Nightstone, are they not?
They are indeed.
Oh, I thought you said their
Oh, so-
friends were
so
falling.
they're
meaning
falling.
them.
Oh, indeed. The every person
Yeah.
that you see at this table is, according to some bizarre mathematics, falling along with you in this place, and then each of you is falling down onto the cobble of a city that you can see. Like there's a moment as you pass through this dark cloud where you can get a sense of the town, and you have a moment or two to be curious about it. Seems to be surrounded by water, and then each of you comes into hard contact with the ground unless you have some mechanism
soften
by which you can not take it.
Slow fall.
Float over to
It's the only time.
Kris.
I can broom.
I burned my fly.
I don't know
that's
that.
done.
Can you still fall away from a wall? Or do you have to be within 5 feet of a wall?
It just says, as a reaction, I can reduce any falling damage I take by 5 times my monk level.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, I
that's
know,
quite
right?
good.
Nice.
That's quite good.
I use my flying boots and I try to slow anyone else I can grab a little bit. Like I can't carry anyone, but maybe I could.
I want to try and use Van Richten to break my fall.
Wait, that's the third time you've done that.
No, listen. If this is a part of your IP, I want to make sure you have
Yeah.
an opportunity to leverage it. I would be more than happy to accept an acrobatics roll for you to take this old man and crush him.
That's
So.
That's his signature move. For
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, that
the-
is
the
a
finisher.
digital nat 20.
It is the digital nat 20. Wonk, wonk, wonk. Shadow Council, gathered waffle fam, your servant, Paulton Seppa, has given you a massive heap of goodies. No doubt, Alyssa will tell me momentarily. Ooh, Jackbox Party Pack, 3 level up dice, ooh, Black Walnut set, and the D&D Beyond Legendary Bundle. That's a whole lot of cool shit. And you have this this gentleman to thank for it. So,
Trying to break an old man's body.
absolutely. So you are able to leverage the resistance that you're able to find in this strange continuum to roll yourself over and then get a good firm grip on him. And
just, like, putting
he
him
will
below- and,
will
like-
take the damage instead.
Yeah.
And like maintaining eye contact as we're going.
Oh, the whole time.
It's like, oh, this is great.
Does Misty Step conserve momentum? In other words, if I Misty Step from 30 feet above to the ground, will I still be
Yeah.
at the same velocity?
Oh, I can do that.
No,
Oh no!
want to
no,
do that.
I don't want to. No, I don't want to do that. Same velocity.
Yeah.
Never mind. No, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna keep on my. Wait. What about
Wait,
Dimension Door? Does Dimension Door?
If you're moving, you'll still be moving.
The
when
same
you
speed,
arrive.
yeah.
Can you
Alright.
Misty Step
But
laterally?
here's what I'd say.
Skipping on the
You could
pavement, yeah.
probably orient the dimension door, the exit door, in an interesting
sideways?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So we
So
go
that you don't
launching
spill out
out.
necessarily. You don't spill out
portal,
perpendicular to the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
You have a broom.
That would
yeah,
be my.
but you can't fly.
No, I can't. But I can land like a cat.
Fair.
I cannot.
We're messed up.
I don't have any
Yeah,
action on
help,
that.
help them.
Okay.
A cat made of
Okay.
stone.
Well, Strix will. Whoever can't fly, and she's like going to help Dieth, and he's like, "It's fine. I'm a cat." She's like, "All right,
Okay, so who do you want to help?
I will help."
Kris, Walnut,
I will
or
help.
Dinar?
I think
Well,
Kris can help Dinar.
I should point out Waffles is also falling, and so is Simon.
Waffles.
Oh no.
I'll grab damn
Simon
it.
with my
Okay,
flying
I will
boots.
grab. I will grab Waffles,
Okay.
and I don't think I can Dimension Door with Waffles because Waffles is very large. But
Doesn't
I will,
matter. You can take one creature with you.
Okay, then I will take Waffles into the Dimension Door with me, and I'm just like, good luck.
when I was holding on to Paulton, but when he's like, Van Richten and like leaves, I'm like, Oh, Simon. Grab him instead. So I've got Simon.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Denari's maneuvered to Kris, thinking he can use fly, not knowing that it's spent.
You know what, though? Wait, but we've talked about this before, where I could cast it again,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Then this is the time to go ahead and do that. Okay. So you you maneuver over to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, you're the strong one, and I'm gonna cast fly on you,
Yeah.
so you can
Hold you.
grab more than one person,
Yeah.
ideally. Yeah.
All right, this interstellar, evil, soporific filament hair
Yep.
reaches
evil.
down from the
evil.
darkest place in space and
Such a
wraps
lovely-
around you
By the tail. By the tail.
like a
So
mouse.
I'm like a claw machine. Yeah. And then I'll grab you.
First prize.
And it's contingent on my carry limit, right?
Yes.
So
Question.
anyone else who wants in?
I jump on him.
Yeah.
on the back.
You're good.
Yeah.
You're saved.
Jetpack.
I was thinking I could twin spell Dimension Door, but I don't think you can do that.
I think if one person tries to cast fly on them because it affects one creature, it could end the effect if multiple creatures brace on. You might have to check the ruling on that.
Yeah, there sure would be a dick thing for DMs to do.
Yeah.
Then,
You can pull that up.
while one talks, the other can think. That's not fair.
Oh no!
Guys, we done goofed.
It never stops.
Or Quicken Spell, Misty Step. I'm sorry. Misty Step, which is a bonus action, right?
Yes, but
But then I
didn't
can
we
Quicken
say
Spell Dimension Door, take one of these guys, and then take that. I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm just trying to save everyone.
Get waffles.
I'm just all right, fine. I got waffles. That's all I can do. I'm just tumbling out.
Yeah. So Strix and Waffles disappear through a dimension door.
Yeah. Sorry.
Halton's using the old man as padding. You've grabbed hold of Simon.
And I have my flying boots.
Right.
Right. You
Are slow falling.
are slow falling. It's easy for you.
We're grabbed.
Cast fly
You're
on
grabbed.
me, and I'm holding both of you.
So what do you have for us, Nut?
No, both of us.
No, I
she's
grabbed
okay.
onto Dinar.
Yeah.
He's done it before.
Yeah,
cool.
Carried it.
Yeah,
I'm
because
looking at
it's
flying
limited
it.
my carry capacity, and I'm
Yeah.
a big,
Looks like
strong
we can
man.
do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, why would we not be able to do this?
I love it. So, but Dinar, so the trajectory was very much involved you basically being bisected on an exterior wall of this town. Like without this evil rope from space, it would have been a very different outcome for this Gennari prince.
Yeah, but it's not, though.
No, it turned out okay. It turned out okay. And you have a moment as you are falling down through this cold air that gives way into a gently humid afternoon in the town of Nightstone, that you are passing by, directly by in some cases, beings of clearly lower planar origin, the sorts of monsters and terrors that that stories are
great.
based around.
Oh, geez. So
The town
You
that
gotta
you
be
see around you.
fully, The
town
closer.
the town that you see
like
around you.
cranked. Can I feel it? Or hopefully, am I holding your leg so I don't see?
No, you're a
the-
big spoon.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, good. No, that's good.
Yeah.
As you're falling, you can see that Nightstone has a palisade around it. And outside of that palisade is a moat. It's almost like the people who crafted this town took a river, sliced it so it would flow around the town, and then let the river continue on past it. And the islands that this town sits on are basically surrounded by these wooden palisades to protect the buildings within. And it is within the palisades that you are rapidly descending. You can see that the buildings all have these sort of clay tile rooftops, these red tiles staring back at you. One of the buildings has a steeple. Another one has tall gables and looks like a large inn.
And to indicate this knowledge that you secured from falling down into the town, each side of the table has a map. If you want to be,
Where?
There it is.
Kris Straub stole your map.
So this map is not entirely correct. It's got the little blotches that you see on the map are not there from the stones that were thrown. The bridge that connects the town to the motte with the castle on it is also intact.
Okay.
But basically, otherwise, the map is accurate.
Gonna draw a little bridge.
Yeah. So it is accessible
Yeah.
to players.
Excellent.
Do we see those
So
trees?
only 2 players.
You do see the trees outside of town, but you're not falling really anywhere near them.
I just really was wondering what sort of climate was outside, or if it was just, I don't know, on fire, or if it was trees.
It's just a idyllic, pastoral, on the edge of a woodland kind of scene.
There's
Yeah.
Do we?
As you look above you, you see demons.
above us.
Yeah.
Good.
Cool.
And devils.
Hard to tell. Lots of winged creatures, tails, horns, deformities.
Do they see us?
Something like a massive, angry vulture person.
Oh, I know what those are, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, and we're seen. Are
Oh.
they acknowledging us?
You're seen, but you don't seem to be part of this. You don't see whatever they are engaged in
Okay.
is something they are doing together.
Yes.
Would Strix know this?
I suspect
What's happening
I
up
suspect
there?
that. I suspect that Strix spends the moments before every night envisioning something very much like this,
She goes to
and
bed
wondering
and sees
and,
this.
and wondering perhaps what her part may be in it.
Yes.
Have any of us seen this town before?
That is a very good question.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it before.
There's at least one person around this table who's seen it before.
Yeah.
And her name is...
Well, her name is. It's entirely possible. So, Rosie, I would love it if I could get a little bit of that histoire.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, no.
Histoire.
And I don't have any bits, do I?
Oh, no. See, in this game, only Kris and I get the bits. And all the bits are going to charity. So, tough business. No, it's
no.
lucky.
Lucky halfling.
lucky.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Luckily.
Yay.
That's still only a 12.
12 is okay.
Okay.
Because it really has to do with the maps that you have had in your possession.
Okay.
So Nightstone, and this is common. You've seen this many times in your practice as a cartographer. The oldest maps of this place show this river going straight through.
Oh.
But it also had a number of Vistani names as well, and it spent the largest part of its history in this area, more or less as a meeting place, a shared meeting place for Vistani families.
Okay.
Where festivals could happen and gatherings among many tribes.
Gotcha. Things like weddings,
For example,
for example.
just
Okay.
for example.
Okay. And I assume that normally there's not a bunch of demons flying around.
There were not even in the like sketched in the edge around the map as decor.
Yeah.
No.
Was
Yeah.
there anything like the creatures?
And now their shadows are falling all over this place.
Oh, gosh.
You can also see that this place is not uninhabited. There are townsfolk or villagers cowering, peering up at the sky through windows or behind fence posts, wondering if this is the end of their lives as you come plopping down one by one.
It might be.
So does it look like this has just started? Are they all shocked, or are they in hiding as though it's been going on for days?
They are still an active panic.
Okay.
So you suspect you've arrived at or near.
It's like this event was timed for your arrival.
Yeah. This
Don't
is
get sassy with me. Chris.
well. This is
Oh, just wait.
yeah. No, this is
He's real sassy today.
it's like the flashpoint. I mean, sword has not even crossed sword yet in the sky. It is just at the moment of it's circling each other, testing each other.
But they don't seem to be attacking the townsfolk. They're
Right now they are engaged with one another, but
Okay.
I suspect that even that is sufficient to terrify a mortal.
sure.
Well, if we
Some
land on the
mortals.
ground and we're all okay, Strix is
Yeah.
just going to start running around in circles.
Yeah, Strix, you sort of come tumbling out horizontally onto the ground with Waffles as just one sort of tangled mass of fur and feathers.
Evelyn sees all these demons, and it's actually like you see her actually kind of visibly relax because she's like, evil things.
This is an improvement.
I know exactly what I'm supposed to do. So she kind of puts Simon behind her and pulls out the Heart of Spinelli and kind of gets in a defensive stance and watches what happens.
Sorry, you're probably wondering why I'm rolling dice.
Oh, sure.
I'm not.
This is the bone crunching sound that Van Richten makes after he dies on the ground with Paulton on top of him.
He dies?
Never.
Yeah,
He
never does.
looks like that a fall down a stairs would be fatal to him. He's so kind of small and brittle, an old man. So as Paulton kind of crushes him down into the cobbles, he doesn't move right away now.
Evelyn will run over and lay on hands.
It's just like, wait. He might be okay.
Evelyn's like,
You see some blood sort of coming out from underneath his head.
That might be recovery blood. That's the bad blood. That's the infected blood that the body's getting rid of.
Did you cast hold person? That doesn't work.
The hands are out in front of you, like just held back,
Yeah.
like a hover hand sort of scenario.
She was,
And his own hand is weakly reaching up, trying to fill the gap between his shattered body.
I like reach
and
in.
holy healing.
I like intersect and like take his hand. I'm just like, it's okay. You got this. We believe in you.
He takes his other hand and heals himself. And you can see bones knitting together, his arm sort of snapping back into where it's supposed to be.
It's like, show's over, guys. Sorry.
So, Strix, as you fall and then roll with your massive, soft, beaked friend, you have a moment there on the ground to truly consider your options. And you can hear a kind of odd shuffle step that's interspersed occasionally with a hard smack of wood against the street. And you hear a man just sort of shout, "Huh! Ah! Ah!" as though virtually every angle in his vision contains some new horror. And then he trips, having looked up into the sky perhaps too long. He trips and finds himself atop Waffles.
Oh.
He's, "Whoo! Ah!" And he rolls off and gets himself up on his stick, and then he chastises you and says, "I knew it. I told them all. I knew it. I saw this. It was coming. It was always coming. Just like in the pictures I made. They looked at my pictures. They laughed at me, but it's coming. It's real. It's here. I was right."
What pictures?
My pictures. And then he continues down the street with this sort of strange three-legged gait.
Okay, Barmy. You don't. I don't know. This that, and I'll just let as Strix is like she hasn't looked up yet. I mean, she knows it's like she hears it. She just looks up and she's like, "Oh no."
And you can see it's basically just like audio free. Like there's the pressure wave of that fall and hitting it. You're just looking up and just looking at a nightmare come to life.
Well,
That's when the church
scary.
bell starts ringing.
Oh boy.
Dong, dong,
That's a bell.
dong. As your eyes turn in that direction, Evelyn, you see that behind you, on the corner of this square, is a temple of Lathander, and you know it because the symbol of the Morning Lord hangs high, a golden sun above the great pair of double doors leading to its interior. And at the back, a steeple in which you see a gleaming, ringing bell calling out, "High sun, 12 bells."
praise the morning Lord, for he has delivered us from this plight. Let's go. He calls us to his place of worship. Come on.
Do we all hear this?
The rest of us still falling.
Rosie has landed like a cat. Diath lands like a cat.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna do something.
Dinar sets Kithris down gently upon his feet.
And
And Walnut climbs down off his back.
So shaken.
You are all feet touching earth.
But only Van Richten was ruined.
Right, and even he, you can see, is inhaling air for the first time since he landed.
so we hear that church bell.
Toll.
And Kithris is like, Which side to pick?
Strix
Go
is
to
like,
church. We stay on here.
Chris, not the blood war. Not that one. No.
Truly, it is a blood war. It's
And there are people in
How
town
does- how
who are
does she
now
decide?
converging on the temple, hoping that succor can be found within its whitewashed wooden walls.
You guys are both still wearing your rings, right?
Yes.
Do you feel any attraction to this Temple of Lathander as a result?
Do we?
Do you?
I think we
I think I
might.
want to go inside.
I
That
think
does
there
sound like
is-
a good idea.
The Morning Lord calls you, and you shall respond.
It does.
Every time. How?
After landing, Dia stands up and sees Evelyn and Polton and the others, and immediately runs to them. Is like, Evelyn, Polton, and like, and Walnut, and Donner, and what the hell is he doing here? As he points at Van Richten.
Who's like,
He's like, dude, I tried, man.
You'll have your time.
I know. I can't wait.
Yeah, I
Evelyn
just
hugs
saw
Dia
you.
fiercely, and
Oh, yeah.
Strix as well.
Strix is on the ground, not moving, like on her knees, looking up at the sky.
Rosie, Walnut, Kris, and Dinar do not touch.
Yeah.
We show no physical affection toward each other whatsoever. It's very much like a.
Hi.
So,
Just a head nod.
It's like an invisible water cooler is here. Approach it.
Yep.
and
Summon water.
Yeah.
Seinfeld last night?
Evelyn will have to pick Strix up off the ground to hug
She
her.
does. She'll pick her up like not even expecting, like not even reassuring her, just kind of the usual like carrying baby Strix with her to the church. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, Simon's here, isn't he? But he wasn't with us before.
We have Simon, yeah.
Simon's there.
The crazy old man with the staff says, don't place your trust in false gods!
Excuse me.
Don't get her started.
Here we go.
Which one?
Very nice to meet you. May I tell you about the wonders of our morning Lord?
No! I don't want to hear about it! It's all lies!
You may
Dogma!
not want to hear about it.
False dogma!
Deep in your heart, you know it to be true.
Sorry, I was busy over here. What are you? Which ones are the false gods?
he's taking notes.
He's like, do you have a quill?
The morning lord is one!
Okay. Let's knock that one off, all right? I don't feel like that's exactly right, but I'll probably...
I've seen flames! Flames will consume you in there! You'll all die!
Flames, we've got to go put a fire out. Let's go.
I mean, there's no demons flying around in the Temple of Lathander, I imagine. So
No, they're all in the sky.
let's go.
Evelyn might be
shelter.
right. Everyone, the safest place might be in Lathander's temple for now. At least we can figure out
just
what's
saying.
going on here and get our bearings.
This
No one
is the
listens to
blood
me.
war leaking onto the prime material wherever we are. Strix has never heard of this
No.
before.
No,
It's true.
it's always happening, but it
it's
does
never-
not have a beachhead on the prime.
That's
Right.
why she's freaking out. Like, so she's just frozen. Like, she's
Evelyn's got her.
This is more scared than usual.
I'll send to this guy later. We can go to the church for now.
Van Richten seems to be making his way in that general direction as well, and also guiding you along in that direction.
Okay.
Everyone, let's go.
Let's go.
I wanna like pick up Simon and carry him with me.
Okay.
Just like,
Hoist
my
him up.
boy, I've missed you. When we get back, you're gonna tell me what's up there. It's in that attic. I'm not gonna like it, but I'm proud of you, son. Let's go.
All right. Anybody not going to the Temple of Lathander on the corner of the square?
Is the guy yelling false gods coming with us?
No.
Did I persuade him?
Are you trying to get another follower?
Are you sure?
He seems inured to your persuasion.
Well, we can't convert them all.
Yeah, maybe he's been hurt before.
He's pretty crazy.
Does he have any literature that I can...
Pamphlets?
Maybe some other townsfolk stuck a note on his back which says, I'm nuts.
I'm nuts.
Okay.
Ask me
that's
about
it.
my false gods.
As Miss Gods.
Now we all go.
Yes, so as you begin to head your way to the temple and pour in through its doors, you can see other townsfolk have already taken sanctuary in here, hiding behind pillars and under benches and in confessionals and things like that.
Evelyn kind of starts, like, now that she's in the church and she understands that there's a good and evil conflict going on, she feels very empowered. She kind of forgot about everything else that's happening. She's doing her job. So she's looking around to see if there's any, like, leadership-looking type of people among the townsfolk.
Make a perception check. Bloop.
That's Jack.
Is it Jack?
That's Jack.
That's okay.
Fine.
5.
No.
Okay. So then she.
You don't see any strong, you don't get any strong leadership vibes about any of the panicked people in here, including.
Then I'll have to do it. And she stands up on top of
Podium.
the. Yeah, she finds something to stand upon and she says, "People of this town, of which name I am not aware."
I like
Fear
strum a
not.
quick dramatic chord. That we like pause.
It rings off the marble.
Fear not, for the morning Lord shines upon us, and we have found his safety here. And we shall prevail on this day.
Yeah. What?
That's the reaction she wanted. She's trying to.
As you're doing that, Strix is like just shuffling down like the aisle of the church, just like a zombie, and then just falls flat onto the ground.
Okay.
A rat crawls out.
And Evelyn, continues like, we shall prevail. The light shall shine upon us. She's getting the crowd like, yeah. That's what she's trying to do.
It's very clear as you kind of look around and suss out this place that it seems almost like it's a converted barn. Like there are wooden posts holding up the high arched ceiling, but then the floor is still made of dirt.
Okay,
And
perfect.
so, yeah, you're lying face down in dirt.
That's what I wanted.
But it's been flattened from lots of footsteps coming and
I
going.
make sure to just grind my face
Yeah,
into
so
it.
it's actually pretty hard.
So Evelyn then looks and she says, who among you can tell us about this? What's going on? She just addresses the crowd.
They continue to look at you for the next lozenge of comfort.
Worry not, for we need not know what is happening to know who will emerge victorious. Who, you ask? The light! That's us, we're the light.
Strix is like, it's the blood war.
She beckons to Strix.
Stand up. Walk up. What, Evelyn?
Dirty face.
Yeah, she's just like tears streaming
She
down
pulls her
face.
up on the little podium and she kind of like comforts her. She's like, tell the people what's going on.
They don't want to know what's going on.
If knowledge is power, tell the people what's going on.
I don't know what's going on.
Just tell me what's going on.
It's the blood war leaking into the prime material plane or wherever we are.
What's a blood war?
Van Richten has taken out iron spikes out of a kit and is currently driving them between the seams of the doors. And then once he does that, you can see him pull out from his coat what looks like a bag, and he grabs a handful of salt.
So this is, it's magic, but it's the magic you learn in school. This is the magic that wise women have perfected for thousands of years to protect their homes and families.
And you see him lay down a line of it behind the doors and actually kick some of it underneath the seams of the doors.
Good coverage.
Yeah, Strix notes that and is like, Barmy over here is going to think that's going to work, and it's not going to work for thousands. Endless numbers of devils and demons fighting each other. Endless.
Why?
There's no why.
Well,
it's just the eternal conflict. It
maybe
never
they'll
ends.
just leave us alone and figure it out.
No. She just sits down. She starts crying on the thing.
There's music playing from Falcone while you're doing this.
Seeing a familiar panic, Dieth then approaches Strix and tries to comfort her.
Waffles will come over as well and
good.
rest a heavy head on your shoulder.
Yeah, she'll just lean into her only comforts.
Evelyn will then go around to the people, like touching shoulders, and be like, "The light is with you. The light is with you. We will prevail. Yes, the light is with you." Blessing people.
There's about a dozen people in here with you.
Okay.
Of all ages, some children, some older folks, everything in between.
No, it's not without purchase. It seems it penetrates into the scalp like Selsun blue.
Dinar is going to help Dr. Exposition.
Oh, okay.
He's taking a shine to this guy.
Yeah.
Because so far, across, 3 episodes, he's the one who seems like he knows what's going on. I've got no reason not to like him. He's been somewhat helpful, actually. So Dinar is like, yeah, I'll help with the salt.
He actually hands you some occult paraphernalia and tells you to nail it to the walls.
All right. Well, with vague instructions like that.
No, dolls, like tiny wicker dolls.
Okay.
Tiny wicker dolls, what you think might have been a head.
Yeah.
At one point, a head.
Yeah.
How does Evelyn feel about occult paraphernalia being nailed to the walls of the
Oh,
Vander Temple?
Did you tell us what she feels
Yeah,
about
you tell
it?
us. You know that Van Richten is a priest of the Morning Lord, but he's obviously more than just that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Does she recognize this as some sort of like acceptable defensive mechanism? Or...
This is not in keeping with the tenets of your faith.
This would be deeply apocryphal
Okay.
usage.
So she kind of walks up to Van Richten. Actually, no, to Dinar. She's
Hey,
kind of like,
fucker.
Yeah.
hey, buddy, what you doing?
Stopping demons looks like.
Okay, let's not with, she tries to just kind of take it away.
She pulls out another one.
How about no? She looks around for something else to give him to nail to the wall. Can she find like I don't know, even some papers or like a, I don't know.
There's no papers here.
Ooh, I know. What about that guy who just pointed Van Richten?
Yeah, he's the best.
No, you can nail him up. That'd be so funny.
No. Let's actually just let's take these and instead of nailing them to the wall, let's throw them outside. Or maybe burn them.
I'll keep them.
I mean, that's fine as well, but can we just not nail them to the wall, please?
They seem like to be working so far. I don't see any demons in here. I got no reason to trust my new best friend.
She glares at Van Richten and she's like, why with those?
He says, "We all have our strengths, my dear. Mine is in the knowledge that what I have is a greater power than that which you have in your faith alone."
Well, see, the last time you said that, you did a ritual that actually bonded, more than you meant to and actually kind of started some sort of extra, ruined everything like you said. So I don't know if your knowledge is something that we should count on.
We all make mistakes.
That's
do.
true.
I'm trying to correct one.
Humility is a noble trait. I like this
So
guy.
noble. I just smack Van Richten like
I've seen this before. We've got orthodoxy and we have reform.
Yeah.
And, beliefs evolve and it's working out so far. And
Faith alone will not save us.
Wow.
Evelyn giggles, tries to hide it.
He says, "You're a paladin of the Morning Lord. Why are you here and not out there?
Because the Morning Lord has sent me to do his will here.
Then why do you cower under his dress?"
You shut your filthy mouth.
Yeah. Smack him again.
You are a paladin, are you not?
Yes, we've established that part.
Prove it.
Evelyn.
Don't
I mean, he has a point.
listen. Don't listen to him. It's like don't listen to this guy.
I need to attend to the flock, and then together we will prevail.
Yeah, flock. So you can go flock off outside, buddy. You go for it. You got this. You seem strong.
That 8-year-old boy isn't going to save us. Forget him.
Who?
but he might buy us some time. So
Yeah.
What?
You can't save everyone.
That's my town motto.
Well, what do you propose doing?
I'm going to continue with what I'm doing.
Yes, well, what is
What,
that?
cowering?
Protecting this place. Protecting the innocent. Using the only magic that matters.
Stop that.
We don't need magic
stop
when we
that.
have the light and care of the Morning Lord.
Strix looks up from her sobbing and says, "We need magic! We need more magic than we have! And that he has, we need better magic!"
We need answers. You have an idea what's going on. Ben Richten, clearly you do. Kris, maybe you do as well from all of your studies. Look, demons are here. They came in through
They're
something.
demons and devils and they're fighting and they're going to tear the world apart.
Right, and they got here.
Oh, someone's at the door.
You hear a knock on the big wooden doors.
I'll get it.
Polite.
No.
Are you gonna crack the door?
If I'm not mistaken, that is your family.
No,
We're her family.
we're not home.
No, please don't. She just hides.
He turns to you and says, "You don't choose your family. Your family chooses you."
You have never been more wrong
true.
about anything in your entire fucking life.
Yeah, bitch.
Don't let them in! Don't let them in! Don't let them in! She just keeps saying that over and over. She says, "Don't let them in! Don't let them in! Don't let them in!"
Hey, nail it shut. Or is it?
Yeah, it's spiked shut with lead spikes.
Paulton's
And
going to walk up to the door and be like, "Who is it?"
you hear a voice beyond say something in infernal.
Oh, what did they say?
You hear a voice beyond.
Does anybody but Strix speak infernal?
No.
Or infernate.
No.
Nope.
Any of its dialects.
Celestial. Beyonce.
Primordial.
You speak Celestial?
I don't think it's
Actually,
good.
could be useful.
Twinsies.
I know. Actually, I should summon Clark more while I got a minute.
We should chat in Celestial sometime. Strix
should.
is literally cowering with Dieth and Waffles. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
but she is listening.
Okay.
If Strix heard it, she would know what they said.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
What did they say?
The voice you hear beyond says, "They've come to take Strix home."
Oh, there's no Strix here.
You don't know what I said! You would hear Strix, actually. That's probably still in.
Something like it.
Yeah.
I bet it sounds weird, but it's
Yeah.
Strix.
She just like looks at Dieth. It's like, I don't want to go, please.
I'm not letting you go anywhere.
You know, we've gotten into a lot of trouble since these guys.
This sounds like one of their thing. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Time to hit the old dusty trail. Well, okay, well, I gotta put the kids to bed and feed the dogs, so.
Do you say anything since she's not home?
Oh, it's the wrong house. I believe they're across town. Have a good day.
You hear a voice say, "Well, we tried." They're the generals now.
Wait, the what?
The generals?
Does Strix relay any of this to us? Because we wouldn't understand it.
I
Wait, what would I think that
wonder.
means?
Yeah.
They're the generals now. What would I think that means?
You don't know?
We know what it is.
You have no idea.
Cool.
Just go back to the
Strix is just like, so, do I have this feeling that if I stay here, they're going to kill everyone in here?
Do you?
Yes.
Then you do.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do feel that. I don't want everyone in here to die.
So what do you say to us?
I say they're going to kill everyone in here unless I leave.
Well, let me talk to them. She starts going
Evelyn,
toward
no,
the door.
you can't. This is different.
You pull your weapons out and you make your way to
Yeah.
the door. Okay.
She's gonna go. She's trying to open the door to go talk to them.
Don't.
Make a strength athletics check to wrench open the spiked door.
Strength.
Athletics.
We will
That
go.
content.
12.
Okay, yeah, the door holds fast.
Rickton! I need to get out. Can you undo
No,
this?
don't do it, Babe Rickton.
Is there any other, like a window or something?
There are windows, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to flutter out a window.
They don't open, so you'll have to.
Do not break your morning lord.
And you can see
window.
they're all sort of all the windows are these stained glass dioramas of Lathander and various saints.
Well, she listens to Strix when Strix says don't go, and she's like, why?
We have to get out of here. I don't know any other way to get out of here. You know what I mean. I don't know any other way.
Paulton, you hear a voice becoming more distant outside, still talking in Infernal, but you can't make out what they're saying.
What did they say?
There's always another way.
No. This is bigger than us.
What?
Diff will take a moment to explain to the C team what the fuck is going on. 'Cause I feel like we owe it
Well,
to
I
them.
was just going to say, I'll explain also to the Shadow Council. Give us the
Right.
basics.
I don't even know if I can do an adequate job, but I will try my best. For some reason, this blood war, which exists in another plane of existence between demons and devils, has been ongoing forever. It's never existed here on our home, but for some reason it is now. And throughout this blood war, there is a war between two families, the Skiziks and the Lorkatha. The Skiziks claim that Strix is one of them. And according to a certain contract with Omendron, she's the most powerful one. They're trying to take her back, take her home, and I can only assume use her for their own means to continue their own war against Lord Kafa. That can't happen. This goes beyond us. This goes beyond anything that you know. This is about the existence of all life.
Now, you said you didn't know if you could do it, but I think that was really good. That was quite good, man.
Yeah, all the kids in here are spellbound and terrified.
Oh, yeah.
They heard that?
All that. You're standing in the middle.
Some
You're
kids.
standing in the middle of this,
Yeah.
like it's bouncing off of the roof, off of the floor, the pews.
There are wet puddles under some of these people.
He delivered this in the Sunday school.
Yeah. After Diaz finishes that, he realized the entire rest of the temple is silent and everyone's just staring at him. He's just like, oh, Evelyn.
But the morning Lord will shine upon us and bring us victory.
Yep.
Strix is gonna look at Paulton and go, if they don't want me to go out there, I'm not gonna go out there because you told us not to sacrifice ourselves. We're all in this together. And we're gonna do our best together. I'm not going to run away.
Good. So how can we help?
Amazing question. I'm so glad you asked Walnut. I don't know. And I hate not knowing. I hate not having an answer. I hate not having a plan, but I don't know.
Evelyn hugs Dia.
I'm gonna saddle up next to Van Richten, my guy.
God damn it.
You can see that he's like throwing ointments down on the ground.
I say, tell him
He's
what you
made
told
all
me.
these little circles out of salt and some other crystalline substances.
Yeah.
Wait,
I say, tell him what you told me before I started putting these things up.
He says, and get slapped around again now.
No, I would be there with Van Richten, like assisting
Okay.
with whatever was snatched.
Stop
away.
helping this guy.
All right, look.
He's
so-
the only one with a plan.
It's a horrible plan. It's not going to do anything.
trust me, his plans are horrible.
They are horrible. There are demons and devils here, right? That
And
they,
my family.
That means they got here through something, some kind of portal, some kind of doorway. We just got to find this and close it.
Now, if I could insert myself in this zone for a moment, Chris Perkins, our cauldron just tipped. I would love it. I would love it if you would leverage this unique power to introduce a character, make a big change to the game, push things forward in the way that you can think of as the most dramatic.
Splendid.
Don't we
Thank
get
you.
lights? Oh,
There we go. All right. Why? There is a sound that is the sound of the church steeple being ripped off the building.
Oh, good.
And you see the back end of the building just sort of fall and tear itself away. Just like half of the building just flew off, leaving this big gaping opening in the back of the church. And standing in that opening is a creature that is about, I want to say 15 feet tall.
Evelyn looks meaningfully at Van Richten and at the things they were nailing to the wall and raises an eyebrow at the creature.
Yeah, no, but good thing there was salt. Yeah.
That's the part of the building we didn't
Didn't get to yet.
because we were arguing.
Right, and because, the cauldron didn't tip, which happens. All right, you see a creature that looks like this.
Which one? This one?
Okay.
which
The
one is
one
it?
marked Pit Fiend. And it is this behemoth. He stands about 13 feet tall, red scales, mace that erupts with smoke and fire.
Mace that don't quit.
Yeah.
So basic.
Basic? Oh boy.
And after the building is wrenched away from him, he hurls a fireball into the room.
Can I counterspell?
You sure can.
Counterspell.
Me too.
It goes out.
Oh, JK.
No!
After this thing arrives, the Dieth immediately, still staring at that, shouts to the rest of the party, "We can start with killing that!"
Is it initiative time?
All right.
I think it's initiative time.
Question.
Assemble.
Did any spells we burned yesterday, they're burned? We didn't rest between
You have not rested.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
That's fair.
all right.
Cool.
Maybe we'll all sit up.
Are we in party DM mode until this shit's over? Or- This is still intimidating.
Yeah. I like it.
Oh, nice.
Evelyn's at 7.
Do I see any of the family out there?
Paulton also.
Well, they had left from the front
Right.
of the building back. They don't appear to have gotten around the edge.
8 for Dinar.
8 for Dinar.
On brand.
How did you do, Rosie?
20.
20, Rosie.
Oh, fancy.
That's the second time
Strix.
I've seen it. I didn't even know it was a thing.
4.
4 for Strix. What?
13.
13. For Thriss.
14.
For Thriss, you were fairly close to Van Richten as he was doing his final work. You think that despite all the mumbo-jumbo that is coming out of his mouth right now, that you think there is actual power in what he's doing. You don't know how strong it is, but
Damn it.
if push came to shove, you'd probably be happier standing in one of these rings that he's put out than not. If
I'm in with the adjutant at
Excellent.
15.
15. And Big Boss Man did not roll well on his initiative. He's all drama.
Yeah.
Dieth got 24.
Thank you.
That's quite good.
Oh, okay.
Dieth.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to roll for Van Richten too. Van
sucks.
Richten bombs out. And we won't roll for the townsfolk unless it becomes critical. Dieth, what do you do after the fireball races into the middle of the room and then disappears feet away from Strix's
too.
hand?
She screams no.
Yeah. Oh, it was
Yeah,
rad.
that was really cool.
It was super rad. But Dieth immediately just gut her out and starts circling back around him to start setting up like flanking opportunities or getting him to look in different directions. He's not going to go in and attack because it's still a goddamn pit fiend, but he is going to start like maneuvering and getting into position.
Okay.
Yeah, just like start making it so we can start the swarm tactics.
Exactly. So you're using your knowledge of your light knowledge of Nightstone to try to
Right.
crawl through like a mouse.
Right, and I know how Rosie fights, and I know how Walnut and Kris fight, so like between all of that, I figure they can also either follow suit or do something similar.
Do you want to make a stealth check or anything to do this unseen, or do you
Nope, I
just
want
not
them
care?
to see me and start looking this
Got
way.
it. Okay. As you make your way to the torn off side of the building and you look out, you can see that the battle has been joined between various creatures in the sky, and blood is splashing down upon Nightstone by the bucket loads.
Neat.
Ew.
So they're actually like engaged in the skies now.
Great.
Yeah. Clouds of what look like.
The world's biggest mosquitoes.
Oh, yeah, indeed. Yeah. All manner of just, quite frankly, alien bodies, parodies of natural beings shredding each other in midair.
And the blood that falls upon you is sort of a black, oily substance.
I've been covered in worse stuff.
Yeah.
Right, that's me.
Yep. And that's when the intestines of some creature sort of fall, rain down from the sky, and hang themselves off the palisade wall.
Okay.
All right, Rosie.
Yeah. Okay, so DF, you did not engage combat-wise, right?
No, I did not.
Okay. But that does seem to be what's going to happen. So I guess what Rosie will do then is, how far away am I from this thing?
About 30 feet.
Okay.
Oh, before I forget, you guys still have your death wards on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, death ward, and
all right.
Paulton
Yeah,
also
death-
has a death ward.
Okay. Okay. So I guess Rosie will start by doing a lot of punching and kicking.
Okay. So you run right up to this thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Well, see,
Hell yeah, Rosie.
here's the thing.
Dude, this tiny Rosie,
Yeah.
Listen,
there's a lot of fiend, kid.
there's a lot of things that have been going on in this whole Lathander drama. And since we got to this church, Rosie don't care much for gods. She don't think highly of demons. But the one thing that she can actually contribute is a lot of very small punches and kicks.
But gosh, they hurt.
Yeah, they do. So that's going to be a 13. That's going to be a 21. That'll be a 13. And that'll be a 25.
The 21 and the 25 will hit this thing.
Okay.
Now, I gotta ask, are your feet and fists magical?
They are.
Good.
Thank you for asking.
Oh, Josh, I think we're good on the disco.
We're never going to have enough disco.
Forget it was on.
And then I also am going to need you to, I'm sure it'll be ridiculous, but con saves for these 2 hits, please. So that's
it
going to
is.
be, let's quite a bit. Okay, that's not great. That's going to be a 12 and a 5 for damage.
12
and
and
if
a
you
5.
if you did sub 13 on either of those con saves, then the pit fiend is stunned.
His con bonus is plus 13. He did not get stunned by either hit, so you just hit him, and it's like hitting a wall of spiky scales.
Good.
You sort of bounce off. He almost doesn't register you because you are so small at first until he fixes his eyes down upon you, and then a supernatural aura of dread seems to wash over you.
Okay.
The full effects of which you won't feel yet.
Okay, now I do have advantage versus being frightened.
That's great.
Okay.
That'll come in handy.
I was gonna say also my aura should help her from being frightened as well.
You're not close enough yet.
Okay.
And you did take 5 plus 12 points of damage, 17.
I got it. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. No, thank you, Kris. Thank you.
Doing business.
Adjutant.
Indeed.
What?
What's that?
What?
Oh yeah, I got it. So as you peel off to make your way around to the pit fiend, doing everything you can, short of banging pots and pans to attract its infernal attentions, as you are running through this thin street. There is a hail of, you are being followed by a hail of arrows at every turn.
Whoops.
Oh boy. What's your AC? That'll save me a lot of time.
17? 17.
Ooh, that's quite good, but not good enough. Okay.
The DMs don't have a screen for this game, so we're all just watching the rolls. And it's like,
Amy's face.
it's like seeing your dad get out of the shower. It's gross.
23 points of damage.
Oh, is that a single attack or is that many arrows?
This is 3 hits.
Okay.
So he gets to reduce one of them by half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
uncanny dodge at least.
Okay,
the
so the
biggest
very first one is a 10.
Okay. So I'm
So
taking.
go ahead and subtract 5 off of that.
Okay. Ow.
What? Told you.
Kris.
So, based on what I heard, I assume Van Richten is inside of one of his circles.
He sachets into one right now.
I will tell, let's see, who am I? Actually, I'm going to convey it to
It's big enough for
everybody.
I say I'm right there. We're,
Yeah.
we're disciples of Van Richten at this point. Big fans.
Priest.
This guy's got
Big
something.
fans. Yeah.
I just want to let everybody know, like, regardless of whether you believe this guy, this salt might be useful to be encircled by.
Yeah, this house rule, Awakened Mind, is a party line, so everybody can just hop on the call.
And the reason is because I receive one, and then I say it to that one, and then I say it to that one, and so it's conducted slowly, but
completely.
but fully. And because I've burned everything, I've got nothing.
Got some toll.
I do have toll, but I'm not going to use it yet. First, I'm going to do fairy fire on it, so we can enjoy a advantage.
That's what Diaz was waiting for.
Does it do
That's
a
gonna be
save
good.
to resist that, or is that
There's
just
a dex save.
Dex save.
Yeah,
Against the general. What's the DC?
15.
He made it.
Cool.
He's got real big stats.
Oh.
Yeah,
Big
figured.
ones.
Yeah. Your sparkles sparkle out.
My magic, my drow magic.
Oh my god.
Should have known. No, I'm going to hold on to it. Hold on.
Van Richten will sort of pull you into the circle with him.
Yeah, I move in.
Oh, he likes you.
He actually likes all of you.
Well, yeah, exactly. In his way.
In its way. Walnut.
Cool. So I step into a circle,
Yeah.
and the sky is full of these creatures, right?
You're inside the building, so you're looking at a roof.
I'm looking at a roof, but the
Yes.
steeple got torn off.
It did. As you look out past the steeple, you can see little glimpses of activity in the sky.
Fantastic.
If you need like a no No, I got my phone now. If you need like a visual aid, it's like, so here's the church basically,
Oh, okay.
and then it's like
Yeah. But Jerry, where are the people?
they're inside.
It's just fingers.
And what is it? Is it sunny out?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Oh, it's raining blood.
Well, I needed to know.
Entrails, too.
I'm going to use Call Lightning on the pit fiend,
Great.
Ooh.
which I can do because I can see the sky. And I would love for him to make a dex save. He needs to beat a 15, which I'm sure he will.
He does.
Yeah. But he still will take half,
Great.
which is 3 of these, 8, 9, 12.
He's like, nice try. As the lightning slices into him.
Still, that's rad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just lighting
Yeah.
strike to pit fiend.
That
but
seems
it
to have
feels
effect.
good.
That seems to have hurt him. So that's good news. Well played. Well played indeed. Donar.
Oh man, me? Okay. I thought I was going last. So he understands English, or he understands Common,
How do you know?
because he just said nice try. I
Said it in.
I was like, oh, nice.
I think that was a little goof. Perkins.
What you hear actually is in your head. Nice try, because he basically talks to you. Telepathic.
Okay. Okay. So, do they understand Common? Yes or no?
Unclear. But if you're in telepathic contact with him, then he should be able to understand you regardless of what
Okay.
you speak.
All right. Because command is always an option. I want to know what sort of bonuses before I do anything, if there's time, from Van Richten are passed on from his runes and his salt.
You are not aware of any.
Oh, I'm not aware. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you just said get in the salt.
Sure.
Okay.
You don't have to be in the salt, but
Yeah.
you can.
Because I still have some of these occult items.
You do. You have a couple
On
little
me.
wicker men on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I?
The old man.
Do I have time to
magic.
ask Von Richten what these will do? Like, I'm looking to him for help with this.
He says they're watch wardens, spirit guardians.
Will they help us with this guy?
What do you... He says they're defensive.
Okay.
You're defensive. It's not a
Yeah.
battle like
I'm on your side. Why are you being so evasive with these questions? Where's the?
He says they protect buildings, not people.
Oh, all right. Okay. I'm gonna take a scoop of salt grains, and I'm going to throw them. I'm gonna try this trick that didn't work last time in that other game. I'm gonna throw them at the feet of the pit fiend, and I'm gonna try to command count. Like count the grains of salt.
Good one.
It's going to take the role of the century, but I like it. God, we have so much counting.
What's that
Whiz save?
versus? Yeah.
It's a wisdom save.
It is, yes, I believe so. Hold on. Yeah, a wisdom saving throw.
And you're 14, I think.
Yeah, 14.
No.
No, did it work? It fucking worked.
So he rolled a 3. To which he adds
True.
a 10. How long will the command compel him to count grains of salt?
On his next turn, he has to do what I say. So he has to spend a whole turn counting. And if he's hit or whatever, it won't stop him. And then his turn after that, then it's broken.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So
He's gonna look like an idiot.
throw all these grains down, and automatically you see his eyes just fixate on all the grains.
Oh my god.
All right.
You're right, it was magic salt.
Very well done. Paulton?
That was cool as hell.
Yeah. God. Okay, so
I'm impressed.
I see. So he. Oh wait, no, the fairy fire didn't work, did it? Shoot. Okay.
Correct.
But I saw him try to like alter how hard it would be. So I'm just like, that's a good idea. And using my sick heritage / this thing I never use, which I should, I'm going to cast Evil Eye on him.
Okay.
Which gives him a -4 on, I think, like everything. So checks, attacks, and saves.
Wow.
So we see Paulton do something we've like never seen him do before. That's like crazy Vistani magic.
We
And
haven't
right.
seen that since Winter Splinter.
Yeah.
what does it look like?
Yeah, right?
What does it look like?
You tell me.
What kind of eye do you
Stink
think?
eye.
This is the Paulton show.
You're the one. You're
Give him
the
finger
Vistani
guns,
around
like-
here.
It could be, it could be something that you do with your face. It could be a
Right.
gesture that you make with your hands to sort of create an eye-like symbol. It
I'd
could-
imagine he like gives this like at first kind of like what the hell is he doing? Like just like mean mugging like stank face at him, but then like his eyes just get like super bloodshot, like just like all the way in for like a second, and then it just goes away.
And we see like a power come out.
Sharingan.
Go get him.
Nice.
Yeah. The rest of you are sort of creeped out by it, actually.
Oh yeah, it's not good.
Jesus.
I'm so attracted.
All of us are -4.
Whoa.
Accidentally.
Yeah,
negative
it's
four.
fun.
Okay. Dinar Evelyn was preparing to do something, but she saw what Dinar did, and she's familiar with that technique, so she knows that this monster is good for the next turn. So I guess she'll kind of like just grab her sword and go in with the Heart of Spinelli blazing. Is this a fiend? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
A+ fiend.
Okay, so that first attack is a 16.
Miss.
Well, he's incapacitated by the command. So would she not have advantage?
He's still...
or
what,
not?
What does the command text say about his state? He can still
Well, it
defend
doesn't-
himself, right?
It doesn't go into it on here.
I mean, it's a first level spell. So.
It just
Yeah.
says target must succeed a wisdom saving throw. The spell has no effect. Dead. It doesn't understand your language.
fine.
And it can't do things to self-harm.
Okay.
But it would. But
So it
I
can
mean,
defend itself. It has
When
no
we-
conditions on it.
When
So.
we
Yes.
played it in the past, it was like they were stuck doing that because I did disarm before or disrobe before, so they had to take
yeah,
an
but
entire
this
turn
is like
getting
a-
rid of all the
oh,
armor,
sure,
and we were
sure.
stabbing them while we did it.
But this is definitely another class of creature. I mean, the truth is that with its int, like with just the way that its mind and eyes work, it may be able to count that much salt in a split second.
And even while he's carrying the 5, he can still bat away something that comes. And it tries
Yeah,
to
on his
drop it.
hands and knees, just
Yeah.
Okay, so I missed
And
that.
he's got to keep
Yes.
counting it then.
Okay.
First count it again.
yeah, exactly. No, hey, no. Here, let's say that this is what happens. So as you swing on, he loses count. No.
She's kind of bummed that one whiffed, but she's kind of like, ha. And then she goes in for another try.
47 million.
Okay.
14.
That too is a miss. All
I don't
right.
know why she misses twice. What happens? Why doesn't she hit?
Because her aim is off.
Bounces off the skin.
Lame.
She's so frustrated by her. She is confronting what is arguably the most powerful fiendish force in her lifetime.
Yeah, and she's like,
And as you
Yeah.
close in, you notice that even though he is distracted, there is a supernatural aura that surrounds him that will affect him on your next turn. That seems to sort of bury any hope within you.
So that is almost certainly connected to the miss.
Perfect. I have none.
but even with my aura that protects me from being frightened,
Oh, well, then you would be fine.
and in
You
fact,
would not be affected by this.
the aura of courage with
But you still miss.
yes, I know, but just in case anyone's wondering, and they're within 10 feet of me, they cannot be frightened.
Great.
and
That's
you
good
were
news for
melee range?
Rosie,
Yeah.
because Rosie, that sense of dread that's going to come upon you is all but dispelled when Evelyn shows up by your side.
Excellent.
Don't worry.
Aw, I just feel so much better with
The
you
general's
here.
turn. He spends his turn counting,
He's the general. He's the general.
thinking to himself, 4,900.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm close. I'm close.
There it is. Okay. Is that the last one?
Wait, did I count that one already?
And it's until the end of your next turn, Dinar?
No, so it's
At the end of his
it just
End of
says
his
he has
next
to
turn.
spend his
next turn doing it.
his
So-
next turn.
So
He's got
he's
it.
no
So his
longer
turn is
counting.
spent.
Okay.
He's done. He's counted. He's confident. He's actually overjoyed that exercise is over, and he knows exactly how many grains of salt.
What a
are on the
relief.
floor. Indeed. And then he focuses attention on you once more. And since talking is a free action, he sort of looks at you, Evelyn, and says, "I haven't killed a servant of the Morning Lord in years." Telepathically, telling him this. Says, "You think you can rely on the sun? Not for much longer."
I know I can rely on the sun. Come at me, burrow.
All right. Do you have any lesser fiends out there that you want to
To get fiendish?
pile in?
Absolutely.
I haven't even gone yet.
Death is not the worst thing I have experienced.
All right. There is an ear-splitting peal screech overhead. What?
I can see the sheet.
I would like Kris Straub, Walnut Donggrass, and Dinar Blitzen to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
The two of you who are in the rings have advantage on that.
I was in the ring too.
Oh, you too?
Yeah, I was.
Okay,
Good.
great.
Then get
Right, didn't you fly up and throw the salt? Or you
threw it
went
from
back?
there,
And, okay,
Threw it from the salt. That's where I got the.
got it.
Also,
You have
are we,
advantage. You have advantage. It's
Okay.
are we all in the same salt ring? How close are you guys to me? Because you get my bonus.
What is
Pretty
it?
close. Jack.
What's your
I'm going
con?
to say they're in the same salt ring,
Okay.
but you're not. Because you wanted to get close enough that you could actually throw salt.
Okay,
at
so
the
they're
creature.
not. All right, they're not within 5 feet then, so they don't
Okay.
get my. All right, sorry guys.
It's okay, they got advantage.
Constitution.
I'll roll again.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's quite
It's a
high.
healthy one. That's 22 for me. Oh, sorry, 21.
Oh,
21.
18.
Quite good. So this,
Oh, advantage.
yeah. So this sound, this otherworldly shriek, just bears down on you, and it's everything you can do to keep from being completely pressed into the earth by it. But you're able to manage it with a few shakes of your head. You emerge on the other side of it.
All right. Strix.
So here's what I'm going to do. I had a long time to think about it. So I have thaumaturgy, and I can also speak abyssal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, as loud as I can, point at him, and in abyssal, I'm going to yell at the other army above us that he's incapacitated and that
right.
they should attack as loud as I can.
Right. Because of the acoustics in this fine building, your voice carries even better than you hoped it could. And as it pours out in abyssal, the clarion call, the general is vulnerable. Now is the time to attack. You hear shrieks, more shrieks than you've ever heard in your life in the sky above.
I look at everyone else and go, hide in the circles?
Van Richten pulls out from his robe 2 desiccated hands and holds them up in the air and utters an incantation, at the end of which you see that the tips of the fingers of these shriveled hands burn off with like candles. And as the flames consume their fingertips, he says, "You are all blessed."
Great.
All right, you all have the benefits of a bless spell, which means you get to add a D4 to your attack rolls.
Great.
How long does it last?
Also,
For at least a minute.
Okay.
So
I will do Quicken Spell because as my bonus action after the thaumaturgy.
right.
And do, wait, hold on. Ooh.
And each of the hands has 4 fingers, and there are 8 of you, so
Oh, so we all
8
get
of you are covered.
I'm going to
Then he
cast
throws the hands over his shoulder.
For luck,
one away as
man.
a cold spell.
Hey,
I'm going to cast Sanctuary
On you.
on
Ennui.
I'm so impressed here.
On we.
On Dia.
What?
On Dieth.
What? What does that mean?
It's a cleric spell. I have to look up the
If he
stats.
attacks anybody, though, what does that mean? Does the spell end?
I have to look it up because I don't have cleric cards because I forgot. Oh, you have cleric cards.
While you're doing that, Van Richten has completed his action. Does the Waff crew want Waffles to do anything?
Oh God, just
Stay safe.
hide.
Okay. She'll stay out of combat for the time being.
she should hide under a pew.
Yeah.
So that the pew is actually raised
Yeah.
a couple feet off of the ground. It's more like a teeter totter.
Oh, baby.
Very good.
Chris Simon's in here,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Yeah.
fine. No, it's
Can
just
he shoot a
from
dart?
things getting
If
hit.
you want, yeah, you can shoot a dart.
I would love for him to shoot a dart.
Okay. He will shoot a dart at the general. He'll walk up and open his mouth, and a dart will fly out. Oh my goodness. Okay, he hits. Okay. The dart hits. It does a piddly 1 point of damage on a hit.
Good boy.
And because the general is immune to poison in the poison condition, it has no other effect other than to annoy the hell out of the general.
Good boy, Simon. Now run. Run.
Yeah, this dart sticks in the general's eyelid. And it is Diath's turn.
Imagine a dark eyelash.
Imagine a dart eyelash.
Take it away, Diath.
I don't know what to do now because she just cast Sanctuary on me.
It doesn't mean you have to.
No, but if he attacks, it's gone,
Yeah.
which is kind of. He can't attack.
Right.
Cool.
Or he could. It's just he
Could,
uses the benefit
yeah.
of the spell.
What happens is that, so what that means is the creature, if they target him, they have to do a wisdom saving throw, and if they fail, they have to immediately target something else.
But no, I don't want to target anything else either.
Wild.
So don't you want it to attack you? Keep like being distracting?
Yeah, then you could attack.
Then you get
I also got just pelted with arrows as soon as I stepped outside. So
Well, they
I'm-
count too for Sanctuary. They can't hit you. They have to also make a wisdom saving throw.
great. Maybe I'll.
That'd be cool as hell.
So I only got shot by the arrows basically after.
As soon as you were exposed to the sky.
Yeah. Okay. I would like to keep moving around then, like continuing my circling, yelling loudly so he'll look at me, but still try to get back underneath the rooftops again so I'm not hit by arrows. And
There you
then
go. So you need some cover.
Yeah, and then if possible, I would like to delay my action until after the pit fiend attacks, or if I'm attacked, and then I would like to try to make an attack roll after that and move my initiative place to that. Is that a thing? Can I do that?
Yeah.
Sure.
You're not doing anything right now.
Sure, you can give up the best initiative in the entire to go after your worst foe. Absolutely. We authorize that.
Okay, so the situation is now that no one is attacking this pit fiend
I am.
except
wait.
you zapped it with lightning. You swung
I'm
at
in
it
melee.
and missed, right? Okay, so
Can I use? All right. So I can't actually attack it. Just to rewind out a little bit. I'm sorry. Can I use like the distract action or the help action or whatever the heck that is, so that someone else can have an advantage on attack roll against it?
Yes.
That's interesting.
I want to do that then.
Yeah.
Okay.
That way, when it gets pissed off at me, it attacks me and it'll fail, while someone else can do a way better attack than
Are we
me.
warrior gripping right
Yes,
now?
we are.
Sick combo.
Let's see. Yep, there it is. Evelyn, you're going to have an advantage on your next attack rolls.
Warrior grip.
Yay!
Okay.
Strix is a rational thing, did something good.
All right, sorry, Rosie.
All right. General will look at you, Diath, and say, I see what you did there. And then he looks deep into you and he says, oh,
Oh no.
oh my.
Oh no.
what does that
And
mean?
then he'll call up to you and say, telepathically.
To the adjutant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows.
My lord.
He points at him. He's the last Lorcatha.
Delicious, my lord.
Did I leave that part out?
yeah, we read between the lines on that one, don't
Can we
we?
all
He
do
says,
this?
our ascendancy is assured.
Oh, only mortals stand between us.
Not for much longer.
Nay, lord.
Rosie?
Keep going.
I'm distracting the fuck out of them.
Yeah, they done got
They
distracted.
done got them mightily distracted, Rosie. This guy is not paying any attention
Okay,
to you.
all right. So does that mean I get advantage?
Yes, you see him unfurl his big wings and turn his back to you more or less as he faces Diath.
Wonderful. Okay. I'm out of key points.
He even takes a
so
cloven hoof step forward toward Diath.
it's 26, a 20, and a 23.
All three hit
So that's going to
as you
be
kick him
Big
off
money.
the backside of his head.
10. Whoa. Weird. 10, 7, and 6. 23.
23?
23 points of damage.
All right. Kick, 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 boom, boom, boom. You just pummel him.
I'm
with your
out of
tiny
here. I can't do
fists.
anything else now because
Yeah.
we didn't take a long rest or a short rest rather. So I
Correct.
just
Yeah, you fucked up.
just dry.
All right.
Going in
There is the
dry.
sound of spells exploding outside the church doors, like somebody's using magic to break in through the sealed doors at the front of the church. So now forces are coming in on that side. And you can see, you hear just fireballs being blasted
they
one after another into these doors. And then it is the adjutant's turn.
Here, so we'll do the adjutant's turn, and then I think that'll be the last turn before the break. Okay. Dieth, you, having been exposed to the sky and the creatures that dwell there, and learning very swiftly that it was not to your liking, you began to go from awning to awning, trying to protect yourself. And this system has worked quite well for a while. And then almost like a black lightning strike immediately in front of you as you are trying to make your way around to the back, there is a woman before you, a demonic creature, infinite in her capacity for cruelty. You can tell this in an instant. Black wings tucked up behind, and you can see that she has in her hands a bow. You suspect that she may have been your enthusiast. She hurls the bow to her side, and then from nowhere, tiny blubbering servants seize it out of the air and retreat into nothing. She withdraws a massive whip that appears to be made from a stroke of lightning, snaps it once, and then turns it on you.
Sanctuary.
You all hear the. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh yeah, I have it right here. Wisdom saving throw to what?
I think it's my spell save.
Yeah,
DC,
it must-
which
it
is
is.
16.
Ooh, that's quite.
That's quite high.
She's shit.
Oh, she's doing great.
Yeah.
She's doing great.
I'm not doing great.
Let's see, she hits.
Death ward. Death
You
ward.
all hear the whip crack
Death ward.
Yeah.
outside.
I got hit points.
8 points.
Even with like a lightning super fast whip attack, it's still uncanny dodge it.
Yeah, exactly. So you're able to, but it's like your instinct is correct. And then just at the end of the movement, it catches the ankle and she pulls you down to the ground. She cracks it again. So the sanctuary effect lasts for the duration of the spell, right?
I think it's once they
Once they overcome it, they've overcome it.
right. I think once they overcome it, they've overcome it.
Okay. And so
Yeah, it might be a
The
one
spell,
and done.
the spell still might be in effect, but not to her.
yeah, exactly. So as
Yeah, it lasts a whole
as I
minute.
said, and then as you hit the ground, that feeling of security and safety that had with it just an element of your friend Strix, you can feel it just evaporate off of you as she approaches.
So this is a separate attack, though?
This is a separate attack.
Okay,
Yes.
so by the wording of Sanctuary, it sounds like it would require a second wisdom saving throw, because it sounds like it's every attack or harmful spell for the full minute.
Okay. Well, this did not work. So if it doesn't work, she has to target someone else.
Yep.
And if there's no one in range, she can't, and she loses it. Ha!
Okay. That's fine. She has 3 attacks.
My irrational thing worked.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
so she makes this last
That's an
save.
at 20.
Yeah. Oh, bwomp, 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 bwomp. Your servant Aranes has brought you a boon. We're talking about D&D minis, Betrayal at Baldur's Gate, and Playmat. Hoo boy. So she was able to break through the ability. What's your armor class again?
17, so good.
No, it's so close. No, I mean, I'm saying that her attack is so close, and you think for sure it's going to catch you, and you're able to move just enough so that you can feel it searing along your cheek. You can feel your hair raise up. Josh, if you'd be so kind as to tip the cauldron.
bananas.
The best part is everyone's
Kiss
upset
before the break.
faces.
So,
Yeah,
Party
exactly.
did you have a little meeting and Chris is like, you know what's really fun?
Fucking DS. I got you.
So it looks like the cauldron was tipped by Broken Sentinel, who did 100,000 bits as a donation. Holy crap!
Okay,
Thank you.
I thought that it didn't happen. Like that's when I saw it. I was like, oh well, that can't possibly be true.
Right.
Thank you so much. Here's what you bought. Behind the pit fiend who has now stood up to his full height. He is taking in the scene of battle, identifying in his incredible intellect the precise order he will murder every mortal in these two parties, and then the punishments he'll visit upon them as he seizes their souls down to the hells. Behind the palisade wall, there is a creature that the party can see if they look behind him. They can see it looks like a massive serpent has slithered over the top of the wall. And then the closer it gets, you can see that rising up at the fore of this serpent is a eternally beautiful woman who carries no less than 6 swords. And you can see that she is crawling, slithering toward the pit fiend. And when she gets within about 120 feet, she is no longer there, but she is instead right on the pit fiend, and all 6 swords are raised. Here's the break. We are going to come back after the break and finish killing the C team and Waffles Inc. The Waffle Crew. Hopefully you'll come back for that. It's going to be like a couple minutes. Right? Yeah. Tops. We have a break bundle. It's got a Neverwinter notebook. It's got a cryptic T-shirt. It's got WotC Dyson bag, D&D Beyond legendary bundle. Recall, gathered throng, that all bits for today's mega game have a charitable purpose. What is that charitable purpose, Chris Perkins?
It is Races, this wonderful, 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 wonderful group of people who are reuniting families torn asunder by immigration policies, bringing children back to their parents after they've been stolen away by the government and detained. They are fighting this fight, and we are helping them as best we can.
Indeed, absolutely. Yeah, so with that in mind, break's coming. We're tracking the bits. We're going to put them to the right place. We will see you momentarily. Don't go anywhere.
Time to go under the table.
Inform you that my son is very precious to me. He's a sweet boy. It reminds me of how my own seed was obliterated within that royal uterus in which he was carried, and I treasure him as knowledge of my worthlessness.
Yeah.
But so in his stead, may I offer a series of different heirs, perhaps, to please you and tantalize you. Hurry, quickly, my children. Let's have a cavalcade of sons for these royal men.
She says, you are an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm already in process.
Yeah.
It can't be stopped. I have produced the Glow Man out of my dancing lights, but I've bothered to give it a tail. And it's just sort of cavorting like this, like pointlessly.
Animated GIF.
Yeah.
Stupid display.
It's like a GeoCities, like old 1998
First thing
website.
I could think of.
There's a page counter underneath it.
It's like the shovel.
It's like our website.
Yeah, it's as
Exactly.
believable as that. So I create. So dancing lights is the first one to pop out.
I have raised 300 sons and daughters.
Agreed.
Hey there, little buddy. This is all very confusing to you, I know. How are you going to get to me? It's really hard. Would you like a treat? I'll hook you up. Ooh, here you go, buddy. That's for you. Enjoy. Oh, these things stink.
Boy.
Just looking at the dog.
Hello, young man. Hello, young man. Getting that nap in, brother? And the mega rest?
Well, I had Milo on me, and it was like just like
Oh,
comforting
yeah.
blankets.
It's happening.
Okay.
It's happening.
Well,
Dude, this
good
is pretty
now.
punks. What? During the break? During the break, we're at 8K.
Jesus.
Hey,
Yeah, we just broke
do we
it.
want to touch base on anything real quick?
No, I think we're on a roll.
Yeah, I mean,
think we got it.
So this will.
Yeah.
Can you where are you at on the general?
Oh, he's fine.
He's doing good.
Yeah, he's taken only lost a sixth of his hit points.
See, this is the problem I had.
So I think that
Right? How you gonna make sense of having him around Superman?
Yes.
that's a cat's paw.
It's like that, but with
We're dragging him into.
Yeah, that makes
Her
sense.
scheme,
That totally makes
right?
sense. Yeah. Totally makes
I've
sense.
always loved hook horrors. Like it's such a
Hook horrors?
hook, yeah, or chain devils.
Chain devils. Oh yeah. They're
So
so
yucky.
cool.
Does anyone
Yeah,
need
they are.
another water?
You know I do. You know I'm
You
always
have three next to you.
two.
Okay, you too.
That
Well,
one's
that one
empty.
He may yet.
That one's empty. This will be empty before we
Time to
start.
bring him in.
Hey, buddy.
Oh,
Does anyone else need a water?
Look, you see how much I sweat?
Yeah. See.
Long time no see.
In the mouth, out the
It's
armpit.
okay. I am a huge sweater too.
It's like
I am a cardigan.
like a player who got traded to another team.
Gross. Can't tell if you're grossed out or just not.
The
Having
D4
any
we
of it.
get is on attack rolls, not damage rolls, right?
Yeah.
Do you need a water?
I'm good.
Here you go, bud. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I'm like,
There's really nothing we can do.
The crew's all gone again. Together.
Yeah, what's up with that?
This is amazing.
They didn't
Yeah.
know. They didn't know. They knew it was only like a 3-minute break, right?
See, we're on brand. We do this all the time.
Oh, that's exactly right. It's just a seat team.
We're the piss boys. We're gonna make shirts.
Yeah.
PBs.
We should make like custom.
See, that's what we
murals.
should do. And then when Jerry comes, it's the PBs and J.
Thing is, the Waffle Crew never gets breaks, so they don't know how to deal with
Pub
it.
J?
But they can have a little cup there because it's on camera.
That's right,
Webcams.
His boys are I was trying to make a PUBG joke. It was bad.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry
I
about it.
tried for a while to log
I don't like
in.
to coddle
But it's like
them,
I
you
only
know?
know the password on a keyboard.
I want them off
For some
there.
reason, I use the screen
Concentrating on
keyboard
their
again.
bladder.
I don't technically know
I
what it is,
enjoy
I
this.
guess.
This is all great to me.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my cards. Oh my goodness. These are all spells I can't use anymore.
Yeah, okay, so when that second $100, when that second
Right on the heels?
$1,000 came in, immediately after, I was like, oh, that's fucked up. I was just like, man.
Yeah, glitch.
It's like, that got broken. No thanks. I'm going to
Yeah.
talk to Buellin about this.
I
Take
know.
my shoes off. This is
Yeah, get rid of them.
it's getting crazy.
Yeah.
$1,000.
Get
Yeah.
cozy.
Yeah, so we're gonna come out of the
And that's
game
up
probably like 2 or
from what it
3
normally is.
Yeah.
grand
See?
for the-
I said earlier, I was like, we should bump
So we
this.
should have
It's
a
gonna
count.
be hot.
When the game is done, there's no table talk today, right?
We're gonna get
No.
4 or
Yeah,
5
so-
tips.
So today,
Just a
At the
just
very
a
end, we'll
scooch.
have count.
Oh,
you have a count for me that you
Maybe
put
not.
up
Maybe not.
Oh, I got it.
and then they can know.
I don't know what to do.
You should
Yeah,
just
I don't.
attack.
I don't know what to do.
See,
either.
I was saying this to Chris.
Yeah,
We
really
shouldn't
close.
we shouldn't table talk this too much,
What
but
happened?
they're all
Well,
2 levels higher than us.
know.
Therefore
I'm not
stronger.
sure.
All my thoughts are to
I
buff
think-
them.
So the trending
Yeah.
Like legit my play. Well, also I'm losing track of exactly how many spells and buffs are on DF. Like like is protection
But
from
we
good
all
and evil
have an
worth it?
extra D4 on our attack rolls
Nate,
now,
was
so
Jared in
we've
there?
been buffed.
In
So
Suffolk?
you've been buffed. Like,
I know.
My attack rolls aren't going to do anything.
I was thinking
so,
I don't know
about
where he is.
buff and evilin.
like lightning's all I got. Then
Well, because
do it.
your damage output, I've seen it firsthand, is higher than mine. So
That'd be
Yeah.
sick. Sometimes Strix enlarges me, and then that's really fun too.
Well, no, but I'm saying like mega combos all day.
Yeah, mega
Get the
combos.
super strength, and then get the crazy buff so you can dish up.
It's just time to leave.
okay. Well, there's
don't know
another
how we
thing.
leave,
There's
though.
something fighting it for us.
Well, yeah, that's-
But the war is about to find its way in here too.
Doesn't matter. They only want each other, except and Strix and Dia. You guys are fine.
Where's
Just
my
leave.
phone?
All right. I said that from the start. Tell me what to do, Amy. It's the cool play.
I always want to kill everything. I don't like leaving things not murdered.
It's
I know. It's funny.
Oh, yes.
I always have to be the voice of reason on not killing things. It's so odd.
I don't. That's Walnut's. That's Walnut's whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's the joke, right? That when I'm the moral compass.
And we know that we're effed. Yeah.
I could compel duel it. I thought about that, but then it's just like, hey, come murder me.
All right.
I think buffing Evelyn is.
You ready,
good.
Josh?
That's probably what I'll do.
I'm ready.
You guys ready?
No.
Let me mic up.
Well, the only thing I thought was, I
tagged the
could
wrong person.
buff Dees.
Yeah.
My other thought.
Azimuth.
Oh, that's
Is
why.
he? Are you
I
able
tagged
to
some
get to him?
cheerleader.
Well, I don't know. That was the other question because like protection from good and evil would be pretty powerful here. It would make
Yeah, that's
What
the
is
thing.
it?
It's such
World
a simple,
World
low-level
Azimuth.
spell.
Evil
In this
specifically.
type of
that's
situation,
yes.
it's stupid.
Yeah.
There's a reason
They can't be charmed, frightened, possessed, and
so glad
anything that
Sanctuary
tries to hit
worked.
them that's
I think
you know
I had been
in the good or
following
evil is disadvantaged.
That's one of the coolest uses of command I've ever seen.
Well, I tried in our game like
Yeah, but this is a million times better because that was grains and then a
In
person.
a moment.
This is salt. Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
salt on a demon.
I'm done.
Ready when you are, Josh.
Well, let me sit down, you goof.
Nope. Josh is the only one who matters.
Microphone check. Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. This is Jerford K. Horkins.
And this is Milo.
And this is Milo. And this is Christopher Perkins, DM of the Stars.
Pit fiend Milo.
And this is the conclusion arc of Waffles Incorporated. Ooh, 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 so delicious. 2 solid days of D&D excitement, culminating in the annihilation of every PC at this table.
No.
Double
What a treat.
TPK. Double TPK.
No.
TTPPKK. All right, here.
A urine.
So shoot
Where
down
did we
there.
leave off?
Was it Merilith?
Adjutant just, and the
Indeed.
Merilith came out.
Indeed.
Yes, so the Merilith is looming behind the general at this very moment.
Absolutely. Are you ready to, for the very first time on the stream, to have me roll dice against you?
Yes.
All right, here it comes.
Oh, we can relax.
Okay. I mean, I just remember, thinking back, all these great D&D times. 7 attacks. All right, here we go.
Okay.
What?
Oh yeah.
All sorts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all those arms.
Are you ready?
Swords and a tail.
And so, 6 swords and tail. Obviously, that's an incredible vanilla ice track. So AC 19, correct?
Correct. And your weapons count as magic weapons, so they're going to cut right through.
It works.
Your
so,
tail's going to do butt kiss, though.
Yeah. 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits, 5 hits,
Remembering.
5 hits.
Okay.
5.
All right. So
You want to
get
take
ready.
average damage?
Yeah, exactly. So 5 times 13, so 65.
65.
Ooh.
Yeah, so she just starts carving up the general like a turkey.
No, exactly. Just every sword, like you would think at some point these swords would inconvenience one another, but its concept of space must be unlike that which we know. I'm good.
And I'll just make a mental note that she's going to act right after the adjutant. Kris. There's some devil on demon action playing out before you.
And I'm looking at my bag of tricks, and I got nothing. A lot of cantrips, a lot of junk. And where are you, Walnut?
I'm in a circle adjacent to you, focusing on my lightning spell.
Okay.
Things land on the rooftop and sort of skittering and scampering up there now, digging their claws into tiles.
Okay. Cool. That, like tiny beams of light beginning to find their way through the tears.
Yeah.
That's good news.
Yeah.
I like that. We're outclassed.
Fair.
But I have a friend in high place. Haha.
Oh no.
Who I'm unfortunately still in service to. And I'm going to, again, return Legati from his staff form to his serpent form and gaze into his eyes.
He instantly curls around your hand the dagger he
So
keeps
for the sake
in his
of
tail.
the Waffle crew and other folks, what does Legati look like?
It is a dark purple snake-like thing, but it has a bifurcated head and many, many, many eyes that
Crystal
travel down
horns,
it.
right?
And some crystal horns.
In its tail, it holds a Yuan-Ti dagger that you gave me in an A-game.
That's right. And I'm going to pray to this patron god that I'm an unwilling servant of. But when it suits me, when it's good for me, we can work together, perhaps. And I say, oh, trying to take the sarcasm out of my voice. Oh, great, Sanguilith. Impressed am I by your capacity to eat and just chomp. There, again, on the mortal plane, there is a great bounty for you to harvest and strengthen yourself. And I need a win here, buddy. We're in a real jam, but I think you're gonna like what you see.
You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
You're going to like the way it looks.
Yeah.
There is nothing but the continued scraping of talons on this rapidly disintegrating country parish.
Sometimes I get put on hold. I'm on red right now. Yeah, I mean, let's see. So if that's speech and that doesn't count for as the action.
Oh, it counts as the action.
All right, well, I was going to say, there's nothing else I can do. I relax.
I just wait for the sweet inevitable embrace of death.
I would look for another dex save from the Pit Fiend as I call down lightning once again.
Where did my 20-sided die go?
With the penalty from the evil eye.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Whoa. It's -4, right?
-4.
It's 15.
And sorry, it's a what save?
Dex.
Dex. That is. So that would be a 16, but with the evil eye, it becomes a 12.
Nice.
Nice.
Bring the thunder!
A 10. 14. 15.
Excellent.
It's damage.
Yeah.
Quel dommage.
How long
All
does
right.
the evil eye last?
Till next sunrise.
Forever. Till next summer.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So that's just there, dude.
It's weird.
Sick.
All right.
Why don't you use that power all the time? Yeah.
He doesn't want to.
I've been holding on to it for a good
Special
moment.
occasions.
I figured this seemed like the time to
It's
do
a
it.
good time. By the way, Van Richten is standing next to you in this salt ring, and he just says, "That is the most fucked up thing I've ever heard."
No, it's really not. It's okay. You should try it.
No, I don't think I will.
We'll pray together.
Why don't you come to a meeting?
Right.
And as he says that, it starts to get very, very dark outside. The sunlight seems to disappear and turn into this sort of umbral shroud. And you, Dieth, being outside, can see an eclipse.
Oh, that's good.
The sun is being blocked out.
Buy it.
Is it good?
Car, mid-century. Cool.
That's no moon. Oh, wait, it is a moon. And Evelyn,
In this case.
you sense a sudden diminishment in the power of this place as the sun is shrouded.
In the power of the temple we're in?
Yeah,
Do not like.
yeah. Donar.
So the Pit Fiend is now occupied with a third-party combatant.
Yes.
So, I mean, getting in the middle of that seems dangerous. Like,
Worked fine for me.
it's fighting, I don't have any ranged attacks that are viable here. I want to ask, I want to try to, is there any inference I can make, or can I even ask the doctor? Like, the creature that attacked the pit fiend, it's not a friend of ours. If the pit fiend dies, is it just going to turn on us too? Do I know? Do I have any sense?
If the pit fiend dies,
What's the Maryland's gonna do? Yeah.
Yeah.
ooh, you can make a history or
even
make a
know.
religion check.
Yeah.
Okay.
He probably
I'm
might know.
I'm
Yeah,
actually okay.
you've probably seen in texts and things this sort of creature before.
You've seen a webinar.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
What is that? I can't see. What is that?
That's an 8 plus.
An 8 plus 0. So,
Thinking that it may be some sort of demonic creature, you think
Yeah.
that it's a threat to anything.
yeah, demons aren't good. All right.
Well,
Well,
You don't remember what it's called or what it does or any
Yeah.
of that other stuff.
I don't know. To
Details.
Chris's point, yeah, we are. I feel out of depth. I also have seen Evelyn in combat, and wouldn't openly say this, but internal monologue, she was doing more damage than Dinar could. So, want to try to. Where is she in relation to Dinar? Is she
She is between you and the pit fiend because she's right up in its grill.
okay? Am I able to grab her and pull her into the circle with me, the salt circle?
You could try.
Okay.
If you're not happy with that, you can attempt to resist his tug back into the circle. That would pull you out of melee combat with him.
I don't think she wants to be pulled out of melee combat.
Well, it would also probably kick the shit out of her.
That's true.
Oh, would it get?
Opportunity
It's
attack.
not. It's not already engaged. Like it gets an attack of opportunity, even though it's fighting something else.
Given the nature, the immensity of what it's currently confronting, it probably wouldn't concern itself terribly with Evelyn. You could probably pull her away safely.
All right. Can I?
But
Is the distance far enough then that I can run up to her, buff her, and then bounce back in my little circle? You
can do that.
In my little hidey hole.
Yeah,
Okay,
15,
that's what I want.
15, right?
I mean, at the end of the day, looking out for number one. I want to get back in that salt. Because it's only been doing good stuff for me all day.
spot for you.
Pro salt from this day forward.
Well, no, it's exfoliating, naturally exfoliating.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's going to develop a heart condition with
you don't
the
have to
salt.
make any attack to rush up there and just tap her.
Yeah.
And what are you trying to imbue her with?
Protection from good and evil.
Can it be like a little paladin high five? Like, you're doing great, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
High five is on brand.
Yeah.
All right. Just for the sake of why not, I'd like each of you to roll a 20-sided die to see if you connect.
Oh, for the high five.
High five.
18.
Thank you.
Good from my end.
I'm gonna beat.
Waffles, fam, gathered throng. What? Alyssa, tell them what they've won. Betrayal at Baldur's Gate.
Never
Never
wiener.
win her hoodie. Never wiener. It's not never wiener.
Never whiner.
Never whiner hoodie. Volo's Guide Notebook D&D Beyond Legendary Bundle going out to the channel. Thank you so much.
That's it.
Now,
High five.
You guys connect that right.
a divine high five.
Does it just protect you good and evil on both of us?
Sure.
It just spills out all over the place?
Yay!
Yes.
For you, Pat Roth.
You get it all, both of you.
All right, so they have disadvantage when they're going after you, Evelyn.
Attack rolls on you. Ian.
And then you can't be, well, you already couldn't be frightened, but you can't be charmed, possessed, or frightened.
Cool.
Either.
Paulton,
Yes.
you're up.
So it's pretty engaged with this.
Horrible demon creature.
Yeah, right. Does it look like I'd be able to like just kind of sneak in there and be able to touch it quick and then like kind of dip out without
boop?
Yeah, just a little boop. Does that seem like something I could do, or is
You
that,
could try.
Do I know if that would be attack of opportunity?
There's a pretty good chance.
All right. I'm gonna try, and because also using my sick heritage, I'm going to attempt to bestow curse, which is a wisdom saving throw, and it will have -4 on that
Oh,
against.
so you're like hitting him up double time. Boom, boom.
So that's a save of 15.
All right. First thing comes, you touch him. Saving throw. Oh my.
Yeah.
Look at these horrible. What kind of save is it?
Wisdom.
His wisdom saving throw, I remind you, is +10, and he rolled a 4.
And it's also -4
Minus
from
-4.
Dinar. Yeah.
Yes.
So again, with more minuses, on top of his minuses.
One can't help but wonder aloud what these rolls would have been if there were a screen there.
The curse effect I have bestowed. I'm going with while cursed, the target must make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns. If it fails, it wastes its action doing nothing.
Yeah.
With a -4 on top. So.
Wisdom -4 or nada.
Look at
Okay.
us all working together smart.
Healthy. Just like
Now it makes an attack of opportunity against you with the penalty.
okay.
But first it has to make a wisdom save.
Yeah.
At -4. Okay, it rolled a 26 -4 is 22. So it does get to attack you,
Okay.
but it is -4 on this attack. And so with its big fiery mace,
Oh my god.
it rolled a 21 -4 is a 17, which hits.
We can tell from the lip tremble that this is bad news.
All right.
Watch him
Wait, if
away.
he's next to the creature, he has my aura because I'm in melee
Yes.
with it.
He can't get frightened.
Well, yeah, I can't get frightened, and also he has the aura of protection. Oh, he didn't make a saving throw. No, yeah, no disadvantage on the attack.
There we go.
Yeah.
Here comes the second roll. That's 21 -4 is a 17.
It was meant to be.
All right.
Evelyn tries to mom arm him, but doesn't get it out there.
All right. So you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage from the mace.
Okay.
And 21 points of fire damage from the mace for a total of 36 points of damage.
Cool. Okay.
So he whoops him, just like
Calculator.
knocks him.
Ow!
And I think this is a no look.
Right. Yeah.
It's just like
360, no
Instinct.
sleep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No look, blind swing.
It's just instantly just like
there's like no difference. It's the same second. It's like
Right.
whoever's like behind, you just hear
Kris, you just see this pair of legs go flying.
it just
past.
like a really quick, you just hear like
And then a crash against some pews. And that is that.
I'm gonna go with Al.
Evelyn,
Yeah.
you saw this backward swing take Paulton and send him across the church.
You all right?
Being better.
Okay, hold on.
You go do your thing. Go have fun.
Okay, okay.
I'm just gonna sit and cry a bit.
Okay, maybe go see Van Richten. He could help you.
I'd rather die.
Okay, all right. Evelyn is going to. Yet again, she was readying a spell, but then all of this stuff happened where, like, all of a sudden she's protected from evil and good. So she's like, well, sword of flame again, goes in for the attack.
I did the feint, so you would have advantage.
You get +4.
I have advantage.
Remember?
And it's gotten so dark now, your flame lights up actually pretty brightly.
Neat.
Sick. So that's going to be a.
And you're blessed, you get to add a d4.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
blessed.
okay. Wow. Okay, awesome. That's a 29.
Oh, yes.
Cool.
That's good stuff.
Awesome. Then where's my damage?
crank the juice.
She's also going to use Divine Smite because, of course,
Yeah.
Light of Lathander, compelling. So we're going to do, let's see, 3, 5, 16 plus.
A lot of dice rolls.
40.
A punishing blow as divine energy ripples through this creature's flesh, and black blood flies out away from it. So how much of that was fire? Would you say?
2d6, which was, those were something like 10 or 11.
Okay, I'm going to subtract that because it is immune to fire.
Oh, man. Okay.
That's why I'm
That was
fireball.
just my first attack.
Yep.
Yeah, keep it moving.
Okay. She
Do it again.
she smiles winningly and says, "This one's for Lathander." Okay, it's with advantage, even though
Oof, a doof.
Okay, 2 18s plus a d4. So
Yeah, that's definitely
again,
gonna hit.
that's like okay, it's a lot.
You're going to burn another
right.
divine thing.
Yeah, I mean it's.
Just dump it.
It's
Remember, you used one previously.
I
right?
use a spell slot each time, so
Oh, I
I'm
see.
starting to run out. Yes,
Yeah,
but
okay.
I mean I feel like this is as good a time as I need to use a divine smite. So
Oh, yeah.
okay, so
Anytime's the right time.
And don't bother adding the fire damage, now that you know.
oops. I already did that. I'll just roll again. Do you want me
Okay,
to start
sure,
over?
please.
Okay. So, oh man, I rolled way worse that time.
General is pleased to hear that.
Man.
34.
Okay, thank you.
Yowza.
Still good.
Still good.
All right. This creature is well and truly bloodied, folks. it's looking like a bit of a mess. And
Now
I was just going to say, so that was
that was Evelyn's
chance for
turn.
glory.
that was Evelyn's turn. Going down to the general. Kris Perkins,
Yes, Jerry.
would you like a cauldron tip for
my
the
God.
general turn?
Oh, yes. Yes, I would.
Enjoy, my friend.
Oh no.
All right.
It's dark.
You know, these don't always have to be bad.
No, they do. So you've been hearing the skittering across the rooftops of creatures landing on the church. They're tearing away at something, but you don't see much evidence except, again, more bits of dust falling and maybe not so much light coming through, but you can see through the roof in various points. But then you realize that's what you shouldn't be paying attention to when the doors to the church blow open, blown to smithereens, and a bunch of tieflings come swarming into the room. And you count 9 of them. You can see that they are all wearing bucket helms with their horns sort of protruding out through the metal of the helm. Wow. And where you would see normally eyes, you don't see anything but a glyph.
Oh, that's terrifying.
And they're wearing cinder black robes.
What does the glyph look like?
It looks like some sort of ancient arcane ruin, crescent-shaped, with 7 smaller signs embedded in it.
Well, goddamn.
Is that bad or?
The same symbols appear on your crescent staff.
Well, all fuck.
And they sort of gaze blindly around the room, and then in this mob, with their hands outstretched, just pour towards Strix. We can untip the cauldron now. Thank you.
Oh,
We tried.
The general.
They're here to help.
He is confounded by evil eyes and bestowed curses.
Staff.
He's got a Marilith demon. He shouts up a command in Infernal for the adjutant to call down reinforcements to take this Marilith off his case.
absolutely. Do you want me to handle that after the general?
Yes, please.
Can do.
The general really, really wants a piece of DF, but at this moment is going to go after the Marilith.
So juicy. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm ready.
All right. So 4 attacks.
4 attacks.
Actually,
AC 18.
she has got resistance to or immunity to or damage reduction.
He do his
Is
wisdom
the
saving
pit fiend
throw?
attacking?
Pit fiend is
Because I
attacking.
believe it was cursed.
He has to do a wisdom
Yes.
save before he can attack, right?
Right. No, he aced that.
Hey.
A natural 20.
Natural.
Hey, well, he's not using it against us.
Well, here, I was just going to say, so, Alyssa, are we out of prizes or do we have
We have a few
more prizes? Jackbox Party Pack 4, that's a really good one. Elderwood Mini Hex Chest D&D Beyond Legendary Bundle. Get your ass ready. Prizes on the way.
All right. So he attacks with the bite and rolls a whopping 26.
That hits.
All right. She'll take half damage from it, so 11. Mm-hmm. And she's immune to the poison condition, so she doesn't have to worry about that business.
She's loaded.
Then he tears into her with a claw, or actually he makes another wisdom save, fails it, does not attack with the claw, then swings a mace or tries to, is successful, bashes her with a 32 to hit,
Very good.
and does a total of 30, or does she have any fire resistance, fire immunity? Fire resistance.
Yeah.
Okay, so she takes 10 points of fire and 15 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then with a lash of his spined tail, first he makes a wisdom save and succeeds. Then he swings the tail around, and it's a 23 on the attack roll, which is a hit, and does 24 points of bludgeoning damage.
It's like a beautiful mind.
Yeah.
Watching this, the speed.
Perfect.
And the whole time he's watching DF more than he's watching his opponent.
Yeah. He doesn't even need
Okay.
to.
Any other lesser fiends you want to?
Absolutely. It is at that point as he delivers 3 savage, crushing blows on the Marilith that a flock of these shrieking vulture men descend.
Actually, they wouldn't be vultures because they're demons.
Yeah, that's true.
But they might be, I don't know, horned devils
That's true.
or spined devils.
Yeah. Devils.
Devils.
Look how much fun they're having.
Devils.
They
I know.
They just
Flipping through pages. What
They drop
made
down.
this thing pop?
Ruining
Yeah,
my
exactly.
staff. It's fine.
They drop down in a cloud of massive bat-like shapes, but none of them are able to keep purchase. She assumes a defensive posture that involves the whirling of all 6 blades in a region around her.
Cuisinart maneuver.
Exactly. Ancient and devilish.
Strix.
I don't know.
You see these 9 tieflings.
And I see my symbols.
Yes.
But those are mine. That's my magic. I made it up.
Yeah.
I say that to myself, but that's mine. I guess. Oh, where do I see Dieth anywhere?
No.
Nowhere.
He's
I know he went outside.
Yeah, you do know he went outside.
Okay. I am going to Misty step away
Okay.
as far
Closer
away.
to the fiend? Because that's where it would put you.
That's your choice. I mean,
Yeah, away from the tieflings, put you closer to the pit fiend.
You got the rock. You got the hard place.
Yeah, I guess like I guess. Yeah, I don't even think about the pit fiend. I go backwards, and then because that was my bonus action for my action. I don't think I have any. Well, I don't think I have any more polymorphs. So I am going to Misty Step again
Outside.
outside.
Okay. That's when you see Dieth.
Okay.
In the presence of an armored, feather-winged woman with a metal horned helm,
Okay.
lashing him with a whip of lightning.
I scream at her.
Okay. And then we drop to Van Richten, who immediately leaps out of his circle and goes blade first into one of the tieflings,
Cool.
stabbing the tiefling through the neck.
Ooh.
And the tiefling drops to the ground into the dirt.
Spry.
1.
Nice. I'm impressed.
he starts counting.
The
Yes.
best. This guy is the best.
Dieth.
Say, Papa.
Stay safe here.
Stay in the circle with the salt. The blessed salt.
Dieth. Cool.
So Strix has appeared outside.
Yes,
Is
under
she-
the eclipse.
So she is not under the protection of any kind of awning or rooftop right now?
Correct.
Screamed at the lady.
Yeah, seeing that, Dieth like immediately like stretches a hand out at her and it's like, Strix, no!
Too late.
And this... Oh, this is stupid. Dieth, you idiot. So Whip Lady is still in front of him.
Deeply, profoundly so.
Right, and by my understanding, still seems like she is on the side of the pit fiend, correct?
But she is definitely trying to do as much damage to you as possible.
me.
She's definitely against you. That's the main thing that you know.
Okay. She's got that whip. Okay, yeah. Strix appeared there, so Dieth with Gutter then actually lunges in at her with it and engages fully into her.
I love it.
I'm glad you do.
Tell me what happens next.
Okay. Yes, D20, please. Tell me what happens next. Perhaps a 20? That's an 8 plus total 17.
Gutter skitters off of this hellish iron breastplate with a shower of sparks.
Great. and while she laughs at me, I use my cunning action to disengage, and then move towards Strix.
Okay, so you basically just like a real quick hit, and then in that moment, you go right around.
Yeah, like sparks fly in her eyes. She's like, "What the hell?" I'm like,
All right, very good. Rosie.
Yeah. So our big boy here's bloodied.
Yes.
He's engaged with this Merilith.
Yes.
And they just met. It's weird.
So
Thirst.
Rosie, this Merilith.
Demons and devils
can you
living
describe? I'm trying to take
sorry,
this
Rosie.
seriously. You guys are just yucking it up over here.
No, this is Rosie's moment to shine.
Okay. Describe to me what this Merilith looks like. It's a snake with a curved neck that brings.
Oh, I can
brings it
show
to
you.
like a
Yeah.
visual
I mean,
body.
you're talking about.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine
How
a
big
snake
is she?
centaur lady.
She has the upper. She's
She's
big.
large. Okay.
She
centaurs are
when
hot.
she's fully
All centaurs are hot.
fully up, she's about 8 feet tall.
Okay. So
Tall as Dinar.
Rosie would like to climb her like a tree and use her as a springboard to re-attack this pit.
She has many
fiend.
limbs like a tree.
Yeah, I feel like I could use her like a ladder and kind of jump from limb to limb, and then leap off of the top of her head.
If anyone could do it, it's Rosie.
Yeah,
If anyone could do it, it's Rosie.
yeah.
It's probably too close to really get the melee attacks on itself. What I need from you
Yeah,
is acrobatics,
like hell. Yeah.
This is a dance. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
y'all ain't never seen
okay.
before.
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Acrobat deuce.
I think I'm +6 on acrobatics. Right. Yep. Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
It's a 19.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
It's quite good.
Okay. So this happens.
Yeah,
Are we rolling per limb?
it happens. Just through the process, because recall that we're talking about fully 6 arms.
Yeah.
Fully 6 hell-forged blades.
Got it.
The fact that you only escape with 4 points of damage
Nice.
is to your credit.
Yeah. All right.
Just a nick here and there.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's okay.
exactly. But absolutely. So we're talking about, and it doesn't even seem to notice you. It and this pit fiend are engaged in martial combat on a completely epic scale.
And do
Right.
they hate each other?
No,
Yeah, that's what I
exactly.
was
Like they're
counting
just
on,
locked,
yeah.
just hissing at each other, like gibbering in languages the other does not understand the entire time.
Right.
Maybe that's the problem. Could be about communication.
Communication.
Think about it. So absolutely. So where are you jumping off of this Merilith?
I think I would want to get up, probably up to her shoulder, as far as I could climb, and then go right for the face of this pit fiend.
Yeah.
Because Rosie lived a long, fruitful life, and she's
What a way to go.
just sick of it.
Yeah.
Okay. And do I still have advantage on this pit fiend?
You do have bless.
Okay.
Right.
So add a
There's-
D4 to that.
Okay.
D4 to the roll. Yeah.
Okay.
D for the row.
Okay, that's not going to be great. That's going to be 5 plus 7, 11, so 17.
That does not hurt him.
Okay, that's just one though.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That one probably will.
Oh, yes.
That's going to be a lot. It's like a 27 or
yeah.
so. And then the next one's going to be a 10 plus, that's a 16. So
No,
only
one
one of
hit.
my hits gets in. And then is my
Correct.
quarterstaff, which is going to be, good night, woman. That's only 5 points of damage after all that.
But it was rad. This beautiful running up the demon, whacking him right on the nose.
Yeah, demon parkour.
You sort of make him go cross-eyed for a second as you pull your staff away after striking him right between the eyes. And he just sort of has to shake his head and steady his eyeballs again.
And I'm now riding on this Merilith's shoulder, and I look mad. I'm like,
yeah.
figure your shit out.
You're like, boot, motherfucker.
Thanks. Very on brand.
Can she like intimidate him or anything? From
She
like,
can.
You know.
Does she want to say something to him?
Yeah.
While she's up there perched on this demon?
She's like,
I would be
his nose.
intimidated if someone like climbed me and was like, "Get your shit together."
Yeah, I guess this is a blood war between them, and I got nothing to do with it. So what could she possibly say? that would be intimidating to a pig fiend. She would say, I've lived 120 years, and then I got some erased because Kris Perkins de-aged me, and now I think I'm like 80. I don't know anymore. But listen, I've been on this planet a long time, been on this plane, I've seen some shit, and I ain't afraid of you at all.
Ooh. Sting.
That's ice cold. That's ice fucking cold.
I don't know what kind of intimidation would happen there for him. Would he feel bad that a tiny grandma was insulting him to his face? I don't know.
You see, he can't quite process it. Like, did that tiny little thing just insult me?
It's like, that's what's insulting. That she tried. Right?
He's like, he telepathically says to you, well, I've lived 1,000 years. And I look my age.
Yeah.
And I don't have to put up with that talk from a mortal, puny windbag like you, little lady. Young whippersnapper.
Got very get off my lawn.
I feel like maybe that, like, shouldn't that be disadvantage for him on the next thing? Because
Yeah,
he's
I
like
do think
engaged
he
with
doesn't have enough
chatting with
penalties.
Rose.
Yeah. He's got penalties.
Yeah, he's got penalties up the wazoo. In the meantime, the members of the Skizix Kazrum have all pulled out ceremonial sacrifice daggers and are trying to
Is
basically
this the twisty kind with the blood channel?
Yes, exactly.
Ooh,
and they're
that's
trying to
very
stick
sneaky.
them to Van Richten.
Are those daggers called Chris's?
Kris knives, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Please.
Congrats.
Peter Kris.
It's my staff. Yeah,
L'chaim.
it's not evil.
All right, and then Van Richten. Okay, so 8 of these blades come at him, and you see him do this dance like a man in his 40s, using his a thin silver sword in one hand to knock daggers aside, and his cane in the other, and he just whack, 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 and then takes one in the back.
No. Papa, no. Oh no.
My bride.
All right.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And then after taking one in the back, he just sort of readjusts his shoulder blades. You hear sort of the cracking of his spine, and he turns around and says, "Is that all you've got?"
Oh, this guy's awesome.
He's got 2 of those like Worf. He says, "I can feel the poison coursing through my veins, and I love it."
That's awesome. Still cool.
That's what we're talking about.
Still cool.
They're like, "It's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay."
I can work with this.
All right. And they all seem a little bit taken aback. And then it is the adjutant's turn.
Yes. So the adjutant just turns on her heel and brings. So Strix, you're out here.
Yeah.
I'm out here.
Strix and
Yeah.
Dieth are together.
Yeah, Strix and Dieth are together. You,
Yeah, I'm
you,
like-
you just
I'm like full-
snuck around, and it's like, hey,
Yeah.
like mom arm,
Yeah.
right?
And you can see there are like ripples around them, like they are not meant to be together.
Around the two, like almost like
Cool.
that force you feel like when you
Yeah.
have 2 magnets.
Right. Yeah.
So
This is what your fiendish eyes reveal.
yeah, exactly. So as she takes all this into account, and begins to mentally imagine what she will do with the glory she earns from destroying the last Lorcatha. Oof, that's quite good.
Oh no.
That's not good enough, and that's quite good.
When he
Okay.
says quite good, he means for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, death ward. Death ward.
Okay.
Death ward. Death ward.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Can I back you up real quick, Jerry?
Yeah.
I still have a sanctuary spell.
Okay, let's see what we do with the first one.
Okay. I'm taking everything I can get right now. I'm
Oh
sorry.
no! That's legit, dude. That's legit.
Wisdom.
It's 16, right?
16, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Not good enough.
Not good enough, and quite good.
Okay.
So the first attack, she like audibly grunts as she.
She can turn that on Strix. if she
Yeah,
wants.
exactly.
you know what?
Oh, that's right. She can actually just turn it right over to
She
Strix.
turns it to Strix.
I'm
Yeah,
actually
exactly.
incorrect because I did attack her, which ended the sanctuary spell.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay,
You
never
did,
mind.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh,
Bring
it on, buddy.
Screwed.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
It lasted for a while.
Yeah. So it's 20 points.
Uncanny dodge.
But as the second blade strike connects with you, you just feel like a stinging weight slipping into the wound and starting to stretch its cold fingers throughout your side.
So what you're saying is Dieth has another weight on his shoulders.
Well, what I'm saying is that Dieth has taken an extra 14 points of poison.
Okay.
No.
All right.
That's it. Now it's the Merilith.
Yeah, the Merilith.
And so you are up on this Merilith's shoulder, Rosie, and she continues to comport herself as the ultimate immortal martial paragon that she is. And so every time I have +9 to hit, and his AC is
18.
Is 18.
19, sorry.
19.
So you need a 10
so
higher.
no, yes,
Yes. I got that one. You got the nose.
yeah, yes. Okay, so 2 hits, and then the damage from the Merilith strike is, oh no, it's quite good. It's 30 points.
Okay. And she could probably whack Rosie with her tail.
Yeah, I
if you
was just gonna say, and then she will like up from behind herself. She is gonna bring her tail up into the air, loosen it a little bit, and then snap it like a whip against her shoulder.
Okay.
Oof, oof, a doof. Wow, you're a lucky son of a bitch.
Kinda, sorta.
Yeah, we're not done. We're not quite done. So that's 9 points.
Yeah.
And then I need you to make an escape DC 19.
Was that strength?
Strength or acrobatics.
Yeah.
It's either athletics or
It's up
acrobatics.
to you. However you want to get out of here.
Yeah, I'll try the acrobatics then. 19.
And score.
Oh, dang. 18 plus 6.
All right. So she snaps you off of her shoulder, and then in midair tries to bring the tail around you like in a corkscrew, like spring spiral.
Yeah.
And you are able to slip out immediately down to the ground.
Wonderful.
Well played.
Take it away.
Kris.
It's not our fight. I'm upset that the Sangolith has not answered, has not said, thank you, servant, for bringing me these tasty goods.
It's almost like it's a butthole god.
It's not a great god.
Slim Shady.
Yeah. But I will, I want to make awakened mind contact with Rosie. And
You're like down here between these two demons.
Yeah.
A demon and a devil, technically.
And they're both very big, and I'm very small. Yes, hello? It's not a great time.
What's up? What are you doing?
Can I call you back?
No, I need your input for just a second.
Okay, what's up?
I want the Sangolith to come down and consume. I need to get his attention.
Okay.
I'm going to throw one of the stars. But I want you to sign off on it.
Okay. She sees this demon and this devil.
The eclipse.
And then beyond them, the eclipse.
And then the thousands
silhouettes
of
of the
whirling in there.
fiends. And she says, I guess now's the time to do it.
Yeah, it didn't hear my prayer, but it might know where this happens.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe just don't hit me.
Oh, no, it's auto hit. It's
Oh,
precision.
thank God.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. All right. Blessings to you.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Later. See you.
See you later. Love you.
So
You hang up first.
you. So yes, I will reach up to my cloak, pluck one of the stars from it, and I will fling it at the
So as you reach up, you've avoided it
yes.
for a long time, and so there's a slight pause at that moment, even with the direct authorization, because you know that there is some connection between the stars you can throw on your cloak. This is for the Waffle fam. And the constellation that is of so much value to Rosie and her family. It's something about this cloak and that place are connected. And in that moment of pause, you fall to the ground. You now have 0 hit points. There is a voice in your mind, very briefly, that says, "Your life in trade."
What? No.
So he collapses face down in the salt, eyes, the strange constellations of jewels in his eyes blinking without any sense. And it is at that time that a spear of amethyst crystal licks out of the sky, apparently from the eclipse itself, and reaches down and connects itself to the Merilith.
He was attacking the pit fiend. Is
Yeah,
that right?
yeah, that's what he wanted to do.
Got it. Okay.
He said there was feasts down here.
Nice.
It grabs the top of the Merilith and twists.
Oof.
And the top half of the Merilith is drawn flingingly into the stars.
What does the bottom half do?
Imagine a dark fire hose.
A dark fire
Still
hose.
hot? Still a hot centaur?
I don't know if it is.
Amy just feels very troubled.
I don't know if it is.
So I'm just resting now.
Yeah.
Finally.
Well, death save.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Just resting.
He died doing what he loves, dying.
Yeah, what do I... No, I've never
You
done
know,
it before.
You roll a d20, and you
yeah.
need a 10 or higher, just a flat roll.
It's like a coin flip.
That ain't gonna
No.
happen.
So that's
4, of
one
course.
The
failure.
mark of the sanguinus.
One failure.
All right.
You want to keep track of that, because after 2 more failures,
You die.
you're dead.
Please don't kill Kithris.
I'm not killing Kris. He's the one that's making these weird deals.
Kris is killing Kithris.
Yeah, exactly.
Walnut.
Brett Scooby
You, of
Brett.
course, see all this transpire.
I immediately rush over to Kithris. And there's so much going on.
There really is.
So much going on in this moment. I don't know whether to just keep working on this pit fiend. I don't have a sense of if I'm even doing any good, or
He's bloodied.
He's bloodied, or if I work on these tieflings, or if I help Kithris. So
Kithris maybe.
yeah, Kithris was sitting there talking about how he's all out of spells, though. So
What can you contribute? That's the question.
no. So she will kneel down and say stand up and cast healing word on him.
Yes.
Oh God. For tasty 8.
It's worth it. I mean, that's all he deserves. Now, how does this
So does his
function?
eyes flutter open at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
Yeah, you're stabilized. You're no longer dying. You have 8
Yeah,
hit points.
you have
But you
No, you have 8 hit points and
you're laying down.
You're Kithris drop.
You're still taking a dirt. Yeah.
Do you say anything to me?
I say,
What do you say?
first of all, thank you.
Say sorry.
And yeah, exactly. No, this single has got to go. He's no patron of mine.
Agreed. Oh.
Do I? Oh. I thought you said Paulton had a death ward.
Oh no,
No.
you have death ward.
Oh, what does that do?
You just would have been dropped to 1 hit point. But this was like a weird supernatural thing.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like
Let's
it's,
let this occur. Yeah.
yeah, because I think you can actually forego death ward. So it probably was almost willing.
Just rejects it.
Yeah.
Really almost
He would too.
This wasn't
None
like
for
an
me.
attack.
Yeah, so
He
I
was
think it's
offering his
fine.
life as sacrifice.
Thank you, Chad.
Even seeing him at 1 HP, Walnut still would have rushed over and healed him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say
that-
stand up.
I do stand up. I
Got
do.
that scruff.
Dinar.
Okay.
Pit fiend is no longer fighting a demon.
Yeah.
Rosie is no longer in his face.
How did he react to, his combatant being ripped in half? Freak him out at all?
Only for a split second, because his attention was always on Dieth.
Okay. Who was outside, so now his
Yes.
focus is outside.
Right, so you're basically looking at these big widespread bat wings and the creature they're attached to turned away from you in the church to confront Dieth outside.
Okay. And then there's still the tieflings.
There are 8 tieflings surrounding Van Richten, and he's just parrying
Keeping them away.
Yeah.
I mean, Dinar would have thought like, oh, your symbols, you've got symbols, they've got the same symbols. It's like walking into a bar, someone has the same sports jersey.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, there's a bunch of other people in a bunch of Oakland Raiders jerseys. But then, like a bunch of people in Oakland Raiders jerseys, someone got stabbed in the neck. That's how it always is. It's a good joke. What's your health at? How are you? I mean, you took a big hit.
Oh, I'm currently, my body got thrown, so I'd like to think that since my last turn, I'm just kind of like upside down, embedded in a wall, just like thinking about my life choices.
Plus he's thinking, I have exactly this many hit points.
He's like, feeling like a 26 right now.
Is that high or low for you? I guess it's relative to the damage.
He's looking California.
People can do.
And feeling Minnesota.
All right. Well, can I get to him without getting near the
Yes.
demon?
Well, his face he's turned away.
Can I? All right. So I can skirt along
You
the
can
outside.
absolutely skirt between the demon and the tieflings and all the other business.
All right. I will try to get over there to give you some health.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll get over
When you
there.
do, you see that there's still some townspeople, and they're cowered under a bench about 3 feet away from where you're healing Paulton right now.
Okay.
So you can do your heal.
And I say, check this out. Subscribe to the newsletter.
More where this came from.
And then, I'll lay on hands for, what's your max hit points?
My max is 62.
All right, I'll give you 25.
All right.
Keep a little bit in case I need to bring someone back from the
So
dead.
some of Paulton's wounds just disappear
Yeah.
in the light, and the townsfolk are
Yeah.
amazed.
It's also very Miyagi-ish when he does it.
Okay.
I get up and I'm like, you are excellent security, and I thank you for your services, sir. And I'll see to it that you get a nice little bonus, all right?
You straighten your cloak, Paulton, and it's your turn.
Like okay.
You crack your neck.
So how far is Mr. Pitt? What's it?
Probably about 20 feet away.
Okay, cool.
Easily within range.
So I'm like 20 feet, and I think I'm like 20 minus 15. And I take a roughly large, just like 5-foot step forward. I'm just like, that's all I need. And you just kind of, okay. And I'm going to cast a 5th level Thunder Wave on it.
All right. And that's a con save,
Con
right?
save
That's his best
with
save.
minus
He's
4.
-4.
Am I don't know. Are we affected by Thunderwave?
Evelyn is there, but Paulton can basically hem her out.
Yeah, it's he's determining the start position.
He can sort of catch the devil on one side and avoid hitting Evelyn. You're far enough away.
Okay.
Because you went around him to climb up onto the other fiend.
I didn't know where the fiend dropped me
You're
off.
good. So, oh my. So he would have rolled a 20 minus 4 is a 16.
15.
Okay. So he will take half damage and is not pushed by the thunder wave.
6, what is it? Yeah.
How much damage?
Yowza.
So 68.
Whoa.
Hey, man. So,
Half of that?
Let's do, yeah, half
Oh,
of that.
6d8.
Total 26.
Okay, and that's before the half?
That's after the half.
After the half.
Or sorry, no, before
that's
the
before
half.
the
My
half.
bad.
So
my
he
bad.
takes
I worded it
13.
wrong. Takes 13.
Which is an unlucky, which is sort of an evil number.
A little bit.
It's on brand for him.
He is still standing after getting buffeted by this sonic energy washing over him.
Getting buffeted.
And he just turns and holds a finger up like, oh, wait your turn.
What?
And then it is Evelyn's turn.
I know her.
Get him.
Cool. So everyone's alive. Everyone
Currently.
seems good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Flaming sword time. Going back at him.
Do I still have advantage?
No advantage, but bless.
Okay, cool.
So add a d4.
So
You're gonna hit.
19. Awesome.
Yeah.
How I've done all this divine smiting. How
Which seems to be working.
Yeah, how wounded do I think they are, and how much do I think the radiance is helping me?
The radiance is just pure damage that you're throwing on top of everything else that you're doing. So that the radiant energy is not in any way being diminished.
No, and your instruction always is going to connect the light of Lathander to this radiant damage. Like, this is going to be what they impress on you over and over again.
Okay. What I'm asking is, like, do I think I'm going to have to wail on them for a really, really long time, or am I close to finishing them off?
You're not sure. All you know is that this creature is like about half worn down, you feel like.
Okay.
Left wing tattered.
Okay, so she's like, this has gone on long enough.
Yep.
And she casts...
And your previous radiant wounds, you can see, have left permanent scars on his body.
Sick. Okay, so yeah, this has gone on long enough, and she, like, with great calm, gears up Divine Smite at 3rd level.
Okay.
So it's gonna take me a second, hold on.
It's a lot of math.
And half
Ignore
the
the
fire
fire
is gone.
damage.
Yeah, right. So 12, 16, and plus
She just keeps rolling.
A lot of rolling.
She gets to
This
just
is Lord.
plus 1 because of Fiend. 54.
Beat 50.
I like to think that one was a full-on overhead, like
You fly up, you crack him right over the skull with your sword. There's an explosion of radiant energy, and he says telepathically, well, back to the 9 hells with me. And then he just collapses at your feet into a smoldering pile of black ash.
morning, Lord, be praised. Flicks the blood off her sword.
His mace, clang, 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 lands on the ground,
Is that something I could wield?
and its fire goes out.
No, it's as big as your house.
And it's evil.
It's also just horrible.
Just checking. I have a second attack.
We have a second target.
Do I still?
You see an armored woman with black feathered wings confronting Dieth
And Strix.
and Strix.
Oh,
It's
well,
not looking good.
that does not make Evelyn happy. Are they within 30 feet of me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right around the corner.
So she, after flicking the blood off, she's like, all right. Coming at it with a, sorry, that was an 11, I promise.
You have disadvantage on your attack
Oh, no,
because you are
why?
under the eclipse.
No.
You still have blast?
So that's only a 12.
That's
What's
insufficient.
your plus your attack?
Oh, right, sorry, blah, 20.
Oh, yeah, it's better.
Blah. So, 20?
That's
good?
going to connect.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Again, with the Divine Smite at 3rd level, she's feeling herself. So, and no fire this time, or?
She too is immune to fire,
Okay, cool. 10.
as all devils are.
Now Evelyn will
They
roll.
like it there.
Evelyn will now
I'm
roll
sorry, it
10
takes a
D8.
really long time. 22.
I need to provide average damage for Evelyn's. That needs to be in the monster manual.
That's 3 ones. I think I have one more. Okay. 41.
What the
With
fuck,
3
dude?
ones.
Lathander is a good god
It's an awesome God he reigns.
from heaven above.
With wisdom, power, and love, did you grow up in...
And we all grew up with Jesus.
Well, I'm sorry, that's going to take me a second to recover. I'm stunned. It means a very specific
Morning, Lord,
thing.
be praised.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you are able to find a place to place this attack that has the effect you're looking for. Even though this person is clearly just a tower of black metal, you're able to slice into the tender part of the wing,
Right in here. Nice.
right underneath. I think, yeah.
Oh, Jesus. What just happened?
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay.
She also says something to the effect of like, "Don't hurt my friends." You know, the usual.
Sort of behind her, you can hear an odd sort of shuffle step on the street. It's like two soft sandals contact, followed by a loud from a stick. And the voice says, "Yes, yes, Deliza, that is sufficient." And instead of readying her weapon, she kneels, and as he passes, he pats her on the shoulder, and she descends straight through the ground. And the hole that she leaves through this can be heard an eternity of wailing souls. And the man carefully steps around the hole and continues walking a bit until he reaches the pit fiend. And he looks down and he pokes the pit fiend's head a couple times with the stick and says, "Nice work. I was waiting for this to happen. It took you a while, but we got there, didn't we?" And when he whirls in place, the creature you see before you is
Not the crazy old man.
not the crazy old man, but an immaculately dressed, sharp-featured gentleman with a ruby rod, sort of casting his eye on all of the destruction around him. And he says, he is out back around this church, so he can see you, and he can see Strix, and he can see Dieth. And he says, "I'm sorry. How rude of me."
You see the golden tarnish on the shattered, when the steeple was ripped off, the great bell, the golden bell is there. You can see that it just becomes blackened in his presence.
Begins to rust, and then the lip below begins to crumble and brittle slightly. And he says, "You've heard of me. Asmodeus." No, miss.
When that name is spoken, you see fiends in the sky overhead just explode into pieces.
He says, "No, none of this. None of this. I have very sensitive ears."
They get longer.
Now, I have machinations. I have schemes. I have plans on the prime material.
Designs even.
So to speak. It seems like he's having a conversation with himself.
Does seem that way.
And,
We can't talk.
and he says, "Strix, Dieth, you can't be together. The relationship that you have cannot exist. It can't exist and have the prime material exist also. You knew it perfectly well. It's
Or you should have.
Or you should have. It's a very straightforward proposition.
Walk away.
Walk away. I have intimate knowledge of the familial contract that maintains this peace. I am not unreasonable for a god. I am open for business. If any of you clever mortals have a solution to this problem, I'm ready to hear it."
But my patience has limits.
I don't know what to do.
I have several suggestions, Strix.
She's like shaking. Like,
You go to another plane
no.
from Dieth forever. Problem solved. We keep the prime material. My schemes maintain their momentum. What?
She points at Rosie. She's making the diddle hands.
Your two families cannot coexist. They cannot be one.
That's their problem. It's not ours.
Cannot come together.
You said you're familiar with the contract.
Intimate.
All contracts have words, have bylines, have terms. Contracts can be rewritten and broken.
That's true.
No. No. Broken? I think not.
But bypassed, surely.
There is always room within the language for interpretation.
Then consider this negotiations. I'm not leaving her.
Then you need to give me something better, Lorkatha.
And Skizix.
We don't even really know what that means. No one's explained it. I just
What if they were no longer part of those families?
That is intriguing.
What
What
if
do
they
you
simply
suggest?
renounced?
What shape would it take? Paladin?
Well, we're known by our souls, not by our names. And so why can't a soul become part of a new family if they choose?
And who would take such souls?
Lathander.
All a recruitment scheme.
Charisma check?
While strict,
Gods don't have families.
while they're doing this, just to like prove her point, Strix does life transference on Dieth and gives him, I think it's 16 plus double 16 hit points. And
See, that's exactly the thing we're talking about.
well, I don't care. Are you my dad?
No.
Okay, good.
What about...
Are you my dad?
Unlikely.
Though,
Be your son?
though you be my dad. Though you are mother to many, Rosie Beestinger. Or should I say grandmother Knight?
No.
What?
I wish you wouldn't. It's fine.
We don't care. We can be part of anyone's family as long as we don't have to leave, please.
We have our own family already.
That's
can be more
not
things.
technically a family.
I don't care what you say or what you call me or whatever's inside me. My entire life, I have been Dieth Woodrow, and I will continue to be Dieth Woodrow.
Not if the multiverse ends.
They could be part of my family.
Tell me more.
Well, Rosie Beestinger, mother to many, as you mentioned.
Indeed. You have done much work for me in the past, either by name or by not.
You're thinking of someone else. Anyway, there's always room for more at my table. And once you become a Beestinger, your previous family ties are cut. You know that as well as I
You
do.
see Van Richten come out and throw 3 tiefling heads on the ground?
No one cares. I care. We're done with that. That already happened.
Van Richten, look, it's the supreme evil.
I mean, we're all part of...
He just sees a guy.
What if we pledge ourselves to a new family right now and create our own?
That's not how families are made.
Okay, Marthanes, Seppas, either one.
Tell me more.
I'm so sorry. When children become my responsibility, I take on their burdens. I take on their happinesses, their tragedies. Those all become a part of who I am. And I think that you could agree that I am equal to the task of carrying this burden.
I do believe she has a point.
Well,
She's not weak like these other vessels.
it's as may be. Now, certainly, the question remains, are they smart enough to take this offer? Or do we need to fall back to other plans?
We may have to go with contingency plans. This really is their last shot.
Well, Dieth, Woodrow, Strix, it appears we have found a loophole.
One or both of you must leave your clan, and the only way to do that is for another to take you in. And this one has potential.
I can see many sequences of outcomes.
The Skizzics are awful, and there's a bunch of them. I don't matter. Just let me. I'll do it.
You're welcome.
There's no more Larkotha, apparently.
Please, if it simplifies things, you could both join my family.
It may make things weird. I understand that mortals have a.
Well, they say that's not. There's none of
What are
this
you
going
talking
on.
about?
They say no, but I
Really?
think, but I
had
think
heard.
yeah. Yes.
I thought that was common. Really, you're saying no?
Right? That's what.
I'm gonna talk to Globobulus when I get down there. He gave me some bad info.
In the meantime, we can append this to the existing content.
Oh, of course.
But we'll need Grandmother Knight to kiss the rod to finalize it.
Well, of course. Of
I'm
course.
sorry,
There are rules after all.
You've got this ruby-tipped scepter.
Sure.
It's an immaculate piece of
sure.
art craft. You think it is also possibly the symbol of his office and also a significant symbol of his power.
His
I bet it
phallus.
It's on all his stationery.
I think I'm blushing.
Grandmother, it's only a kiss.
And it's just,
A kiss is not a contract, but it's very nice.
You've done much more for
yes.
much less.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
What?
Okay.
And if Strix were to accept this deal, she would be freed.
she would no longer be of the Skizixes. She would be of, well,
Which means they wouldn't be able to keep chasing after her.
they wouldn't have any reason to.
I just don't want to leave.
And the multiverse could keep spinning merrily.
Oh, almost all of my kids are on the material plane. So you would be very safe to stay.
Evelyn just kind of like tries to speak just to Strix, and she's like, remember that, is there any power of yours that comes from being Skizix? And are you willing to give that up?
I don't know. Is there?
I don't know.
But I'll give up anything to stay.
She smiles and she's like, I thought so.
Yeah. Probably something bad will happen just because this is just too easy a negotiation.
Yeah.
Also, he's super, super evil.
Oh, I know.
Like the evil, like the
I want only
evil.
the best for everyone here.
That's not true.
I don't want the best for everyone in the multiverse, but for everyone here, consider me a friend, an ally.
Oh, that's bad. That's terrible news.
That is terrible news.
I came here to help you, as much as to help me.
Wait,
Well, that's nice.
what does this give you?
It allows me to continue my plans,
You've already become a
unfettered by
god.
these interruptions.
Okay, so Strix Beestinger, let's...
Do you know who this is? Your paladin sentence should be going bonkers right now.
Do you?
He extends the rod.
Yes, I'm not leaving.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Oof.
Rosie. Rosie approaches the rod with reverence. And
He turns it a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is hot.
Paulton starts adding
You
some,
see
some
the
nice
eclipse
flavorful music
start to
behind
pass, and a little bit of light shines off of the ruby on the tip of the rod.
All right,
Gleams
great.
beautifully.
then Rosie makes eye contact with Asmodeus and says, "This better not bite me in the ass." Literally or figuratively. You understand?
Of course.
Understood.
All right. She kisses it.
You feel something.
I'll bet.
We're all feeling something right now. I think
all
we can
kinds
all
of
agree.
You feel
in this room.
something, a separation from a piece of the cosmic multiverse that just sort of, it's not unpleasant.
Oh.
It feels like a burden that has weighed on you since you were a child.
Like an unconscious bird.
Yeah,
even.
has just sort of been flicked off.
Am I less scared?
Yeah. Some of your fear is just gone.
I don't know what to say
It's
about
probably terrible in its own way.
Yeah. And even more than that, despite the entrails hanging on the walls and other things and the demons crawling, you gain a sudden appreciation for just kind of the beauty of the world that you never saw before.
This is so nice.
Yeah.
What's going to go wrong?
Asmodeus says, see, isn't this how it should be? People helping people.
Oh God, that's so good. I do not like that little eyebrow flick you just gave me, Jerry. It's
Well,
good.
I'm tuckered.
So we're good, right?
Business does that.
No more.
Business does
Problem?
that to a man.
It's all good now.
Oh, this problem appears to be completely gone.
So that no contract worries.
Oh, absolutely not. I'll have my.
We'll have this appendix
Scribes.
ratified in no time.
Indeed, it's a trifle.
No
a
more
trivial
mercy
thing.
killers.
Well, the mercy killers are the mercy killers after all. I can't go to Sigil myself. Or I would talk to them personally for you. You know how it is.
Do you think maybe we made a bigger enemy than Asmodeus?
Do you know of
You're
one?
just saying that aloud.
Yeah.
I'm not your enemy.
You're everyone's enemy. You're the big, evil, bad, super, the biggest blood there is.
We spend so much money on press, and this is all.
Town criers.
We
For a
give,
while, we had those
we give,
birds.
and we give, and we give.
It's terrible.
Why am I not afraid?
Because there's no reason to be. Your world just got much better.
Wait, whose world got worse?
Oh, that's not important.
Oh, good.
I want to take a moment to thank everyone for your service this day.
We'll send somebody to clean up the mess.
Indeed, I have every faith that things are going to turn out just fine.
Sunny, in fact.
Is that the end of the game?
That's the end of the
Great. Can Edith and Strix end by just holding each other and crying?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Strix, do you notice that Strix will hug Dieth? She's not afraid.
Well, no, as the sun, basically as the eclipse is gone completely, here in the open part of this church, in the ruins of it, Strix and Dieth embrace.
Yeah. It's not a hug. It is an embrace for the
absolutely not.
first time.
Shadow Council, Waffle Fam, the final total raised for charity during this stream is $3,385.
Thank you.
40 cents.
Thank you.
Excellent work. Post finale giveaway. Hang out in the channel so you can get your Jackbox Party Pack 3. Level up dice, 5 pink D6s. Thank you so much for me and Kris and all the players for coming and hanging out with us for Waffles Inc. It seems like something we should probably do again, is my guess. Let's look
Already
into
thinking
it.
about it.
Let's look into it.
Maybe something a little more lighthearted next time.
No, that's not our brand. Thank you so much for coming, and we'll see you next time.